Okay, it should be live over on the YouTubes. Live on Twitch, live on YouTube. YouTube, you okay? YouTube is currently not receiving data. Slick Pro, g'day. I did a couple different things for YouTube to see if it would work. I'm not too sure what happened with that. Obviously, it did not work. Epic levels of buffer. Okay. I tried a different encoding technique. Did not work. Should be working now. All right. Let me know if you have any more issues. Maybe just refresh. Refresh. It's looking like it's working now. I took yesterday off. Feel like death. I just want to get on and say hi today. I thought we could do a chill lore segment. So we'll have a look at I've got hold of Starlord D on YouTube. I asked if I can watch some of their videos on the stream. They said, yeah, no problemo. Thank you for asking. Appreciate it. I also said, hey, why got you here? You want to do a collab sometime? I said, yeah, sure. So not right now, but in the future, we'll do a collab with Starlord D. Probably like how I used to do lore videos with other people, like in Destiny, and I used to just teach them. So hopefully we do like a teaching one. So yeah, that'll be cool. Anything else to note? Thanks to Luke and Aztecross getting me in touch with Digital Extremes. They're helping me sort out some of the copyright issues. Basically, YouTube's a dog. They just can't remove them. Like, they're like, yes, there are copyrights. These are false copyright strikes. Pretty much, anyway. These are false copyright strikes. When YouTube knows about it, they won't do anything about it. Like that. So anyway, it's good to be in touch with them. They're very nice. They're very nice. And makes me very nervous. Because some people at Digital Extremes have been tuning into the streams. I see you. They're in there somewhere. We've got spies. We've got spies. They were actually really nice. They said they watched the new players experience and they thought it was a good video, which is really nice. Right. I think that's all the updates I have for you. So short, a small lore stream. I don't even know if I'm gonna play really anything today. We're gonna read some comments. We're gonna go through the YouTube comments and we're gonna yeah, that's about it. Watch some videos, do some YouTube comments. I don't even know if I'm gonna be on tomorrow, which kind of does suck because that is the release date of Monster Hunter Wilds as well. So yeah, we'll take some recommendations for YouTube for lore stuff too. We'll get through some of Star-Lord's things, and then I think someone said we should watch some of the Otis things. Probably could do a Leverian as well. I haven't reached out to Brozime yet, so we'll have to save that for a bit later. Yeah, Cody, the Leverians. Yeah, we've done Atlas. We've seen Atlas. Yeah. So if I don't have a huge amount of energy today, that's why I'm not feeling the best. But I wanted to come on and say hello. Hello. All right. Now I'll put this comment off. Julian. Lore recap time. And then we're gonna get to yesterday's or the day before's live stream comments. And then we'll get to this Star-Lord. Okay. Okay, fine. I'll be the essay guy for today. Thank you. Lore cap read time. Please read it. I'm doing it. It meant a lot to me. Crying face. We're right here. This was before Angels of Zariman. Yep, correct. I'm in your channel all the time. Been subscribed a long time. Speedfire FX, nice. Side note for Dung Johns. Talked about today's stream. I'd recommend checking out. See, I can't even read. My nose is so blocked. The Exploiter Orb and Profit Taker boss fight on Fortuna. They got more like good bosses. Exploiter Orb and Profit Taker boss fights. They're like good boss fights. Exploiter's a fun fight. Yeah, cool. Exploiter Orb is amazing. Okay, that's kind of cool. Put on the list. Okay. Move this around. Do that. First things first. Duviri takes place right before New War. But technically we played New War before Duviri. It's essentially the story of where the driver, I guess means drifter, was this whole time. How they got there, how they escaped. Oh, I didn't quite put that together. I thought the drifter was just stuck on the ship. But she was stuck. So was she stuck in that world, or was she a bit of both? Was she still technically in the ship too? Both. Of course. It's a paradox, dumbass. I've done the Republis boss fight on Jupiter, yep. Bit of both. Oh, she created the world. So Duviri, I think we did this last time. So Duviri was like a child's book aboard. Man, I don't know why, but these ship names never stay. What's the ship called? Zariman. 10-0? Zariman 10-0 was aboard the ship. And because, is it the Void or the Veil? I get confused. It's the Void, I think, right? Timey-wimey, space, weird, magic shit happens. Book basically came to life. She jumped in it like Jumanji. Uh-huh. I should have stated Duviri. Right. Do the Railjack section. Sada Brew, g'day, mate. Void, that's right. Void uses human emotions to create real things. Copy that. Do my best to explain it in a relevant context, but it will require you to pay very close. I'm paying very close attention. Do you want part 2, explanation, recap, blah, blah, blah. Why you still read this? Archons. Hybrid Warframe sentience made by Era. Lotus's brother. With Archon shards, they give them the power of restoration. Okay. We kill 2 Archons and feed them to Lotus to give her strength. But after the second shard, she goes sicko mode, not recognizing the drifter. She even calls out drifters lies. They say they're a tenor. But hold on, wouldn't Lotus wouldn't even know the drifter, would she? I mean, to be honest, I think I would recognize myself if I was like an adult version. I think you would recognize an adult version of Myelin, or maybe not, to be honest. Technically they aren't, and the Lotus had full reason to go a little crazy after attacking Drifter for a while and blowing up Ordis' shell. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Ordis fucking dies. I forgot about that. Ordis gets absolutely one-tapped. Drifter reignites their void powers and connects themselves to the operator, supposedly reliving their memory of the Zariman incident. The hell that Ballast sends them back to. Oh, wait, so that little robot is like not Ordis. That little thing can die with Ordis continuing to live. Well, that's never explained. I think maybe this is why someone just said to look at the Ordis stuff. Lotus then chases down Ballast alone to stop what is known as Pragasa. Sentient mother ship that feeds on matter. Okay. Ballast plans to use this ship to travel to Tau alone at the cost of the sun. Yeah, he was sucking off the sun for some reason. Yeah, I'm a bit sick today. This is not going to be a long stream. Is he using the sun as fuel? As power? To get to Tau? Question mark? Lotus and the Drifter operator stop him by planting a veil on his face and making him seem muggless. Okay, I get that part. He's past love, yep. In place of the Lotus, yep. After the death of Ballast, we see the man in the wall for the first time. Oh, got 8 count, 10 stream streak. Thank you, man. If you pause the VOD at the moment he enters the VOD portal, take a look at his right hand. You might see. You gotta give me a timestamp, brother. How the sacrifice. As shown in the story multiple times, everything is pretty much the Orokin's fault. When the Orokin discovered Tau, they first sent the Sentinels to go colonize it. But like Ballast said in his message to Hunhow in the sacrifice, the Sentients soon realized that if the Orokin made it to Tau, they too would bring ruin to it as well, as they did to the rest of the Origin system. This is the basis of the old war and the original reason the Sentients and the Orokin went to war in the first place. Sentients had the power to take over technology, and so the Orokin turned to older means and created the Warframes with the infestation. Their problem, though, was that they could not control them. Why did I give a shit about Tau? Where the fuck is Tau? What is Tau? Who is Tau? Just a planet? They're like, oh, that's a fucking cool planet? Why? Oh, it's another system. It's like Soul. Oh, Tau Ceti. That's in Marathon. A bit of Marathon lore for you. Pretty sure it's in Marathon. Or maybe it's Destiny. No, I'm pretty sure it's Marathon. What's the difference between an Orokin and a sentient? How do we make a sentient from Orokin? Orokin's made sentience though? They created the sentience, right? For colonization, for war and colonization. So Origins made the Warframes and the sentience. Well, Warframe's meant to be an improvement on like the sentient like formula. Or Warframe's kind of different. Warframes are more for war. Sentience for colonization. Yeah, the Warframes were to combat the sentience. Bro. Origins are literally like every human going into an ecosystem and then like, oh, we've got a problem with crickets. Okay, let's introduce frogs. And then like, oh, fuck, now we got a problem with frogs. Let's introduce snakes. Ah, shit, now we got heaps of snakes. And that is how Australia was made. And the frogs, snakes, and crickets were also against you. Yeah, true. Right. Okay. Someone said they have the timestamp. Where am I looking? What's the number? What's the timestamp? I'm looking at someone's hand. 3 hours, 33. 29. I got it.
There's a good girl. Repair the hurt you have dealt us. Have dealt me.
Oh no, damn it, no!
I get it. I get it. Oh, 44, 29. Hella. Whose hand am I looking for? Ballas's right hand. Oh, this thing. He's missing a finger. It's the finger that powers my ship. Yeah, look at my face. Yeah, this is why I'm trying to this is why I'm trying different stuff to improve the quality of the YouTube streams, because this is very fucking blurry. Yeah, this is why I bought new internet. I've got some new internet on the way. Hopefully new internet on the way to increase the quality of the streams. And I also tried something different for the YouTube stream, but it instantly crashed it. So I guess that did not work. Hello, I would like one internet, please. I actually think after the internet gets upgraded, the only thing I need to do, well, the only other thing I can do to improve the streams is to actually get a better graphics card for the streaming PC so it can stream to both YouTube and Twitch better. Right. Settings have the power to take over. Oh, where am I up to? Okay, I think I'm up to... Yeah, created the Warframes to fight the sentients. Yep. 480. It actually wasn't too bad. There was like a whole complete build, like PC build with a 4080, I think, for like 1,400. That sounds too cheap for a whole PC with a 4080? Question mark. Probably scam. Zaraman 10-0 incident. During the flashbacks, we are in a class. We learn of two extremely important things: eternalism and the deal. Was I a good student? Did I get good grades? Listen here. Was I a good student? Yes. I was. I had the second highest score in my high school for my year 12 examinations. Only beaten by my twin brother. My tertiary entrance examination score was 99.29. Remember it. Meaning I was in the top 1% of the state. However, I have lost all ability to read and focus since becoming a streamer. I've got an evil twin, yeah. That's what you took away from that conversation? Yeah, I've got an evil twin brother, yeah. Still beaten by your pro, yeah. Pay attention here. Eternalism. Eternalism is the idea that time is not linear. It follows the idea that all possible choice, chance, events are simultaneously real in separate realities. Simultaneously, it also means that the past can be changed. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I also mention I've got a doctorate? So, in fact, it's actually Dr. Myelin Games to you, by the way. Still can't read. It also means that the past can be changed from the perspective of the present. Changing the present. Focus. Changing the present will require a corresponding past where the action always happens. What field? Occupational therapy. So, if you move a pen to a different room. Oh, here we go. Example. Good one. If you move a pen to a different room, for example, there would need to be a past in which you always moved it. Because in terms of past, present, and future are all set in a block structure, not a line. That means that from the perspective of the present, the past can appear to change. However, what's actually happening is not the creation of a new past, but rather a shift in the reality where the past always unlined. Okay, so in the movie Back to the Future, when Marty McFly goes to the future, there is a past there that has already existed to make that future possible. That he doesn't have any recollection of, right? But it had to exist for him to be in the future. All doctorates in philosophy. Yeah, so my doctorate is in philosophy, but the subject is occupational therapy. Well, actually, not all doctorates in philosophy in Australia. For whatever reason, physiotherapists can get a doctorate of physiotherapy. And I think there are a couple other ones too, but majority are philosophy. You want to see my degree? You want to see my frame degree? You can apply journalism that way. Okay, got it. Did you start as a streamer and tried making YouTube videos, or YouTube then tried streaming? YouTuber first. Yeah. Intelligence, you can't go back in time to erase yourself. Okay, we're getting locked onto Back to the Future here. For the story of Warframe, the Drifter is the pen. A paradox. I'm going to draw a picture. I'm going to draw a picture. Paint time. Right. Timeline. With the Drifter aboard, never escaped the Zariman, right? Still aboard the Zariman. Trapped there. Exposed to the void. And for that to occur, she was trapped there. But for us to exist, we got off and we got saved by Lotus. When you're doing tests and you're not quite sure. Or Margulis. Right? Saved us. So technically, the Drifter shouldn't exist because we got saved. Right? That never happens. But she does exist. That's a paradox? Not correct. How many points out of 10? Okay, well, if it's just different timelines, why do we need to use eternalism? This is the bit that's stumping me. Why do we need to give it a name and say eternalism? Why don't we just say it was just different timelines? Why are we saying eternalism then? Keep reading. Okay. The deal. I better be. After the catastrophic malfunction during the experimental void jump, the adults were subjected to redacted due to Angel Zara request, but in short, went crazy. The operator was then forced to make a deal with the Hey Kiddo. We don't actually know what the deal was, as it is not stated what we owe it. What we do know is that after the handshake, two things happened. All versions of the operator in all... No, it's not timelines. In all other timelines were killed except the Drifter. Okay, that's actually a better way to put it, Neil. Timelines are separate, a concept for the multiverse. Eternalism is the same reality, not separate, existing at the same time. Same, but different. This is because instead of getting killed, they internalized their feelings into the book, The Tales of Duviri, and made it into a reality within the void. This is where the Drifter grew up. Okay, that makes sense. Is that right? The children of Zariman 10-0 got void powers and had the means to protect themselves from adults. Yep. This is our operator beginning of the story of Margulis. Archmedian who saved them from Oricon after the Old War. Oh, yeah, I'm just sick at the moment. Yeah, just Leo probably giving me something from daycare. It's not timelines, it's divergent realities all existing at once. I get what you're saying, but what's the diff? Draw it. Draw it. Draw the physics. I'm a visual learner. Because Chad's saying, okay, there's all these realities existing at the same time, right? Different realities. All exist, that's eternalism, all at the same time. Okay. Kind of sounds like different timelines. I think timelines exist at the same time, don't they? Past, present, future existing all at once instead of sequentially. Enough drawings, I help the situation. Need to watch 8 hours of Alan Watts to play Warframe. Got it. A separate timeline might not have the pen that exists there. I think I get what you're saying. You're saying this. Timeline, and if you take a subsection of the timeline, every single thing is there. Past, present, future, the pen, the not the pen, la la la, all of them there. It's always there, but it's also not there. That's what you mean, right? The pen is there and it's not there. Everything and nothing all at once. By the way, this exact like explanation is what I would have with like my physics teachers and stuff like that. Because all you kids that this makes sense to you, you're on another planet. You're in your own plane of existence. Okay? I'm like, that makes no sense. It's so stupid. Oh, no, it's not stupid. It can be like this. Like, no, it's stupid. Prove it. Well, I can't really prove it to you. Physics was my worst subject. I got a funny story about physics. Even though I struggled with it, I still got a really good score. And this teacher was so, I don't know why. We had a literal, like, practical examination. Okay? Practical examination in high school. Physics exam. Okay? And he left the room. So, of course, everyone started to cheat. And because in general, I was a pretty good student, people were like, Matt, how do you do this? And I had no idea how to do it. And I told everyone the wrong thing. And like our entire class failed. He then did it. He did the same thing to my brother, who was actually really, he's fucking annoying. Okay, listen here, engineer. If you're an engineer, I don't like you. No, so like my brother and my dad are engineers. This stuff just makes, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that fucking makes sense. I get that, right? So, but could not write an English essay to save their life. Right, they're like, oh, English is so stupid. I have no idea what the director thought when they were making the scene. I don't know what a camera angle is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. But I can tell you about internalism, okay? So, you know, that's fine. I can tell you about all the laws of physics. That's fine. I can do some complex math. That's good. But I couldn't tell you what someone else is feeling. Anyway, so my brother understands this very well, physics stuff. Does count. They give it 26 months. Oh, huge. And the same teacher walks out of the classroom, okay? And so everyone cheats off my brother. So that classroom gets like 90%. My classroom gets like 45%. And the teacher's like, why the fuck is there so much variance in these tests? Same teacher.
I have not heard this story before.
Yeah, you have. Have you not?
No.
Yeah.
One class picked the wrong twin.
Yeah, they got the wrong twin. Now, if it was English, we would have been fine, but English is pretty hard to cheat off. Right. Where we get up to? Here. Duviri. Surprisingly, you actually pretty much got the mess with the story. Try not to get in your own head and let your emotions get in the way. Yeah. Well, because so the story had that message because it was a children's book, right? And children's book always have like a message to them. So the reason why Duviri had that overarching message was because it was a children's book, right? In terms of the story itself, yours pretty much got most of it, but I will still explain in case there are any holes in knowledge yet. Oh, maybe it was propaganda. Was it propaganda? It's probably propaganda. We first see Drifter getting killed over and over for defying Dominus Thrax until Ballas's blade impales the operator in the other timeline and a hand falls from the sky. I might need to rewatch the stream. Remember the hand. I slightly remember being impaled, but I can't quite remember when and how. Remember in New War when Lotus's hand was cut off? That is the hand that falls from the sky and connects to the Drifter. Using their new power, they slowly discover the Duviri is not the throne word of Dominus Thrax, but instead their own. They created it during their Zariman 10-0 incident from a book called The Tales of Duviri. But after Dominus takes Teshin and kills him, Drifter decides to give Duviri back to Dominus in exchange for Teshin's life and freedom from the Duviri. Freedom that led to a system that at the time was under the control of Ballas and connects with New War. Yeah, she gives it back to Dominus. Teshin's life. That's it? Good luck with the rest. Oh my god. That actually went pretty quick. All right, let's get through the other YouTube comments that I haven't done, and then we can actually watch some lore videos. I might need the lore visual. Don't forget to like the stream. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Okay. So these are comments from Angels. Game. Hey man, love the streams. Reaction to one of the most favorite games. Like any others, I would suggest doing other stuff and mechanics for starting Whispers in the Wall. Here are a few suggestions. Lore videos up until New War. My man. Actual weapon craft, not just like some perks and catalysts on a weapon. Wait. Weapon crafting? You don't mean just like getting a blueprint? Is there more than just getting a blueprint? Oh, that's right. Kick guns. Kick guns. Maybe. Getting a first prime. Yeah, we are working on that. Yeah, we are going to get a prime. Yeah, we are going to get those. If I'm putting mods. You know what? We've actually started some of this. Finding corrupted mods. Exploring Helminth. Ability swapping. I have not done that yet. And I don't think we have it written down. Understanding trading. Yep, these are all things that are on the list. I think my next video I'd really love to do about New War. So I think I'm going to focus on like New War lore today. Or just like lore in general. But these are on the list as well. Craft a melee weapon too. What prime? I think we already decided on prime. Didn't I? Grendel, right? Grendel was what I was looking for. Daily settings, yep, we started doing this. Former. Yeah, I don't know why. Everyone's like, Former is love, Former is life, Former this, Former that, Former these nuts. Like, I haven't done Former stuff yet. And I don't know its importance. And I'm sure when I get there, I'm like, oh, this makes a lot of sense. Oh, okay, here we go. To clear up some stuff about the Warframes. Ooh, lore. The snake. Fabi the snake. People willing or Dax, conditioned and trained, or even engineered by augments controlled in their body. Also via Kuva, since it has the ability to transfer consciousness from bodies. It's simply being used to influence people's body and decision isn't far off. Was selected by the Orokin. Tortured and tested to make the virus adapt and conform to what Ballas had envisioned. Yeah, I kind of forgot. So like Kuva allows them to transfer their consciousness. But we drink the Kuva. If mods doesn't have polarities, you can form a mod slot to polarity. Oh, that's what Forma does. Okay, so if I wanted to control chat, okay, let's say I'm a nasty piece of shit, Orokin. And let's say chat is a Giga Chad Warframe. How do I transfer my brain into piloting controlling you, right? With Kuva. You drink the Kuva or I drink the Kuva? We both drink the Kuva. We both drink it. Well, who wins then? We Kuva at the same time. I'm going to Kuva. Try to take over your body, operating the wall within. Oh, yeah, with that little drill thing that was going into my Warframe. That's like the mechanic of it, is it? That makes more sense. And we were like resisting. Excuse me. Okay, but here's the real question. If I go to TennoCon, is there a drink on the drinks list menu called Kuva? And if there's not, I'm kind of disappointed. Like there should be like a red, alcoholic and a non-alcoholic version, I think. What would be a red cocktail that would look like Kuva? Yeah, like a cranberry juice cocktail. Yeah, call it Kuva. A Bloody Mary. A Bloody Mary would go well, yeah. Pomegranate, yeah. I mean, it would be really cool if you got like a custom glass with it, like the little, it's not like a tear shape or something. Fucking, that would sell like hotcakes. Vodka Red Bull. Yeah. Be a season on a Bloody Mary. and the irony would be if everyone got absolutely shit-faced on Kuva and like started acting like goddamn brainless Warframes. You'd be like, well, it's just a Kuva. Just destroys TennoCon. The Kuva incident of TennoCon. Right, this is essentially breaking them to be a constant hysteria. May have allowed them to also break the mental training, or messing up the engineered body from their transformation. Exceptions being Stalker, staying loyal but broken, and Umbra immobilized by Balas's control. Sort of like a family tree, starting with Helminth, Seventh, from the Infestation, Hive Minds, evolving ability. From this we get a new branch with each Warframe name, implanted into subjects or crafted. Okay, you kind of losing me here. Crafted from the genetic blueprint. The genetic blueprint is what we use, right, to craft Warframes. The whole Umbra is the only one idea people may say is wrong. I mean, OG Umbra himself died. We literally built him in the foundry. But grown from the DNA. Didn't bring it up, but carry the name. The DNA personality. Evidently, Umbra being rebuilt by the foundry still carries his damaged self. All of them are long gone, but the legacy is carried on, making Warframes an extension. It's not just a simple copy, it's like connected. I mean, that's kind of nice. We built him in the foundry, but we used Kuva when we built him to carry over his original minds. Okay. It's a bit like if I could do a 1-for-1 and transfer my entire brain, memories, thoughts, emotions, feelings, experiences, past, present, into a robot, am I actually just Myelin? Cephalon Myelin. Is that what a cephalon is? Oh! Soma moments. Moving into Ordis Law territory. Okay. You're not this Myelin, but you are a Myelin. Okay. I'm going to bat your dementia. Yeah. Hold on a second. Oh, I think I missed something. Side note. The Skiajata Nikana's description says it's grown from Umbra's flesh. This explains things like the signature buffs when frames with the weapons is a legit part of them, and some new context cementing the fact that our Warframes still carry their personhood, even as a copy. The way they move as simple as an idol sets and powers, and frames capable of grunts and screams. Oh, and about your dementia, unironically think you should get it looked at. Not just all whatever people on the internet told you in 8-hour stream, but sometimes it's crazy how you talk 10 minutes about something, the next day basically got the whole hour quest. Yeah. 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 I think. Oh. Oh, that's a bit intense. Yeah, maybe let's not use that word. They destroy their minds. Dementia. I think there's it is hard to take in everything on stream with how busy stream can be. And I think for Warframe, when you're like mixing gameplay with story, it is such a blur. It is such a blur. Like I get off streams and I'm just exhausted. I think if I did, okay, it is like doing like a 3-hour exam. Is your brain constantly on, constantly yapping, constantly thinking, writing, doing stuff. And you're like, oh, I get off, I'm done. For me to like really cement stuff in my mind, I'm gonna write it down. I gotta be like this. I gotta do little tests. Be like, okay, Kuva. What is Kuva? And then I'm gonna be very active to get stuff to stay in my memory. Like if someone just tells me something like, oh, that makes sense, and then I probably won't remember it. Yeah. I'm also forgetting my whole week's routine. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I think there's just a lot of stuff to learn in Warframe. Yeah, it's big learning. Like I definitely actually want to just play it again. Like I want to play a lot of the campaign again. So hopefully it sinks in a bit better. Stream knowledge. True. Elios, thank you. Scotty, I never thought I'd sit here working at home listening to a man read comments about Warframe for 4 hours. I've laughed this hard in a long time. Oh, thank you. You, Scotty. Oh, you're in AI comments? Oh, you're in for a treat. I've got a lot of content coming your way. You're in for a treat, Scotty. Real Sokar. I always get this right. Socrates. You've done this Chimera side quest. There's a note on Jupiter only accessible through this quest. If you want to, you must undo it if you want to do Steel Path. I don't think I've done the Chimera side quest. Kubro breed with Warframe space heads can make its attack do poison damage with cool special. Oh, nice. Also, you have the Corpus cleaning drone roaming your orbiter. Yeah, I don't have the Roomba yet. I did do Chimera. Really? Dementia strikes again. Okay, I've done it. Man, Ray Lemons. It's a typical cycle. It's to convince a friend to start playing after you and watch them play. That's why it's a cult. Yup. I agree. I'm so glad I decided to come back to the game the same time as you jumping in. You're ahead of me in quest now. Just finished Harrow last night. Loving the content. Thank you very much. All right, quickly, let's backseat them. Quickly! I'm ahead of them! Time to backseat! What should I tell them to do? You should do the amp. You should do the necromanc. You should get this gun. And then you should unlock this. You should do some primes. You should build an amp. Build an amp. Argon crystals. Duviri proper order. Yeah, should I tell them? The order of Duvirian angels does not matter. Don't worry about it. Oh, by the way, I've got some inside gossip. I'm not going to reveal who it was. But I potentially have converted. Not really converted. Okay, I went full. Actually, hold on. I can probably show you this. I can show you part of this. You guys have actually made me a degenerate when it comes to Warframe. I had a pretty big streamer ask me about my thoughts on Warframe. Okay? And I went full fucking Warframe on him. I said, hey mate, been crazy good. Been streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Both visual numbers are really good. Been around 300 to 500. VODs are good. Everything's good. Community is crazy intense, but generally very positive. Like, I did a whole paragraph without a fucking full stop. And I look back on it, I was like, oh my God, I've become the thing I've hated. I just Warframe chill. One of us. Right. But 3 things of note. New War permanently changes the maps, the plains of Eidolon, and the Orb Vallis. One is wrecked by the war. The other biome is being altered. Oh. Daughter's lines in Veilbreaker very much show that she was an Orokin, like her family was. Even if they were never as bad as most Orokin. That's like putting the bar at the center of the earth, but whatever. Right. Yeah, because I've been hot cold with Daughter. Like, I was a bit hot cold with Daughter because she's a bit of a bitch. But now you say, yeah, well, she was Orokin, so yeah, okay. She's like the better Orokin. Right? Yeah. Bit snobby. Not my kind of people. But you would have a go. You might be interested in knowing that before the Warframe dev stream, Soulframe will have a dev stream. Even if you don't watch it live, fairly sure it's too early for you. You might want to check it out because they've teased Prelude 6. Sorry, Prelude 9. Did I just flip that 9 upside down to make it a 6? So, has that happened yet? She's like the least racist. Yeah. Yeah, I actually might play Soulframe again. We've played maybe only about 3 hours of Soulframe. Oh no, maybe more than that. Maybe I did a full stream. Mentally editing other people's comments live. Saturday morning for me, yeah. I won't be able to do it. I have to look after Leah on Saturday mornings. The whispers in the walls is the start of the next Warframe saga. If you want this, this is a good place to decompress the main story quest. I think so. Some mindless gameplay. I think you're right. Void Fishers, Archon Hunts, ongoing events. Yeah, we did Belly the Beast. Yeah. Lore recap. That's what we're doing. But lore recap. Hold on. This is in all caps. Before chat gets mad, remember those bits came with Heart of Deimos updates a bazillion years ago. Your call. Okay, what was it? Beast of Bones, Knight of Nabarus, Curia, Cimmerus entries. Maybe controversial with lore bits near Lloyd and Deimos. Oh, the Fingy lore now? I think someone said that. Now we might be ready for the Fingy lore. Goosewench. Stella D. Okay, well, we've got permission from Starlord D to watch some of his videos. That's what we're doing after this. Something to add to lore learning. Ordis' background. Yeah, okay. I'm putting this in today's thing as well, I think. Oopsies. I just typed in goo. I was on the wrong keyboard. It's told through all of the cephalon fragments. It takes a while to find out. But I could probably watch this on Star-Lord's channel, right? Doesn't spoil anything since it's a standalone story and will clarify some of the comments Parvos made during Belly of the Beast. Finding all the fragments will take ages, so watching a video is recommended. There you go. Probably plenty of lore out there explaining. I'm sure chat will have some recommendations. Easy. Username 1660. A video, even the new wiki, is definitely the way to go. Manually scan the fragments not only is time consuming, but the resulting story will inevitably be disjointed and hard to follow. Wait, is this a response? Oh, this is a response. Scan them if you see them, or watch a YouTube video. Yeah. The Ding Dong. Publicly subscribed for 5 years. So one of the OGs. Been on the channel since what? 2020? Not super OG. I started in 2014, but it's pretty good. Got to echo what a few others have said. I'm grinding for some new weapons, crack some relics, and a party. Yep. Zaraman and Beyond the difficulty cranks up. Yeah, I'm definitely fine that now. Yep. Have fun, K. Bye. Nice. AI response? Yeah, I need to crack some relics and get some good mods. I'll get on that. Yeah, right. Deuce. Been loving the content. Just wanted to say I've been playing since about 2015. I can't remember, but I'm LR1 with hours in the game, but I've beaten every mission notes. Can do still path on a daily basis. I've had good builds from frames and weapons. I have every frame, including primes, with great fraction, in my opinion. I did this with that. Did this with taking my time. All this is obtained for free. I only pay for frames alike, for fashion, and like supporting these devs. I will say that the game, in my opinion, gets less and less a sink for resources. I have 12 million credits. How many credits you guys got? Some platform trading and millions of resources, hundreds of them, depending on the rarity and drop rates. Okay. Do you know what you don't have, Deuce? Full stops. The red. No. I think this was me talking about like grinding, I think. Frank credits on, just be careful and smooth in the end game, like I can build everything. Okay. Take a drink every time I said resources. Copy that. This game feels way more rotting and grindy in a good way and a much better way than Destiny because Bungie nerfs things that are good, or Fun D doesn't like nerfing things because they don't want to change how players play. Like one Warframe has been nerfed 5 times. He's easily like one of the best nuking frames. And then the Kuva Za and Kuva Ba Wah Wah have been nerfed, but all are still pretty good. They didn't nerf it to the point where it's useless. Yeah, I feel like that's probably been a pretty common comment. Bungie nerfs things that are fun and good. P.S. The codex is like your wiki if you ever need a teammate or friend. I'm around. Send a request. I think I've accepted all the requests. Forgot something. You Drifter is you, but an adult. Soren is a stalker. Warframe used to be Dax, some of them. Not only Primes or the OG normal ones, too. I think you'd love to hear what happened to Lure and some of the other Warframes lore like Atlas. We've done, I think we did Atlas. You made a deal with Kiddo Wally. More of that later. Your child operator still exists. I hope this was a good enough lore recap. Lore recap, thank you. Cedo is one of the best weapons. Cedo, yeah, I wrote it down last time. Red Shadow of Saturn. Why didn't this show it? I can concur with the impromptu graph there. Warframe probably leans more. Oh, yeah, okay. This was talking about like skill versus knowledge. Warframe probably leans more toward knowledge and skill. Some things in Warframe do take practice and skill, but once you learn them, they become second nature. Like spy missions turn a lot of people off, but once you learn how each vault works, little secret shortcuts and panels you activate, yeah. And just the Warframes to cheese them, whichever one you prefer, easy peasy, yep. As well, the game has lots of systems and people get overwhelmed by that, but most of these systems are easy to understand. City Correct, pretty easy. Vehicles, Archwing, Railjack. Yeah, I agree. I think there's just a lot of volume in the system and there's no real tutorial to the systems. But once you like, I think like the open world, like any reputation is all pretty similar, right? It's like do activity to get rep, use rep to purchase blueprints, then craft material, la. Right, but it's just, there's so much of it, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. And you're like, I don't even know what's happening here. Almost a 99. When did 99 just come out like this year, or was it last year? Like this is like new content, right? Ken's back. Someone's mentioned it's definitely time to check out a video about Ordis' backstory. Yeah, a couple times now. As for gameplay, December 2024. All right. Gameplay related stuff, considering farming the event until it goes away because farming arcanes without it will be very difficult and time consuming. We did a little bit of Belly of the Beast last time. Regarding new frames, keep in mind that currently you might still have a bit of skewed view on some of them. For example, Vorben, as you lack invaluable mods and augments, proper builds, utilize their full kits. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's kind of why I made the joke. Like, I've played Vorben for a whole 2 seconds. Don't like it. Unoptimized. Not all the abilities are unlocked. No mods on it. Yeah, frame is trash. Corrupted Prime augments, set, and galvanized mods are vital for building frames weapons. Arcanes exist for both frames. Okay. Just as key. Younger addition to building are Archon shards. Those can wait until you have the vital mods. Now that you have access to Zariman, you should also rank up the Holdfast. Not only for more lore, but because you get access to meta weapons. What's a Holdfast? Zariman Syndicate. Oh, they're the guys on the ghost ship? Ah, the guys on the ghost ship. Why don't you just say that? Danny is cooking some food and it smells delicious. You know when you're sick? You're sick and you're just like, this is one of the times I wish I lived at home and I could lay on the couch and watch Judge Judy and my mum would make me a home-cooked lunch. Mm. Mosey Town. 3 years. Okay, nice, Mosey Town. Grilled cheese. Yeah, what's your like sick food? What's the food you eat when you're sick? Oh, we got a lore recap. Perfect. Oh, nice recap. I like the dog points. Like the dog points. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Ritz crackers. Yeah, well, if you're feeling sick, you just have to have like plain rice, you know. Okay. This is why we're here. Albrecht Entrati. How do I say this? Albrecht Brechti. How familiar am I with Albrecht? How familiar am I with Warhammer? Not very familiar. Like, I obviously know of Warhammer and I've played some of the games and I haven't really played the tabletop. That's about it, really. Got a little bit into it when Space Marines came out. Believed the void could be used for quantum leaps across vast distances of space. All previous experiments to prove this had failed, so in desperation he decided to enter it himself. Upon doing so, he encountered a strange being who looked exactly like him and addressed him using a nickname his mother had given him as a child. Skip this. Okay, we skip this little one. The Zariman 10-0. With resources depleting due to overpopulation, perhaps more accurately due to greed and wastefulness, the Orokin Empire decided to expand into the nearby Tau star system. Good sentence. In real life, a relatively nearby star called Tau Ceti is believed to have several planets, some of them which might be habitable. It is the Cetus constellation, after which Warframe's Earth Hub city is named. One of the first colony ships destined for Tau, if not the first, was named the Zariman 10-0. During a void jump, something went wrong and it became trapped in the void. This is great. Good sentences. Due to void exposure, the adults became feral and murderous, while the children retained their faculties and additionally came into possession of strange new powers, which they used to defend themselves. During this time, Rel, a child shunned by his peers due to autism, encountered a being he called the Man in the Wall and dedicated himself to preventing that entity from invading our reality. Okay, I kind of didn't pick that up. Or did I? Albrecht mentions consternation at the fact that nobody besides himself ever seems to have encountered the strange being he met in the voids. Oopsies. Skipped the last bit. I just read it. Margulis. Sometime later, the ship reappeared in the Sol system with its children only survivors. Terrified, mistrustful of adults, and with little control over the new powers. They were seen as an unacceptable danger by the Orokin who wanted them destroyed. Margulis, an Archimedean, high-ranking scientist, stood up for them, cared for them as a standard mother, even after being inadvertently blinded by them. Oh, is that why Lotus has the thing covering her eyes? She's like in the vision, in the kind of like Margulis. Yes, no, kind of. Now someone say kind of. Yesn't. And developed a theory of transference, a way to help them control their powers by transferring their consciousness into a surrogate body. Yes. The Silver Grove quest, obtainable from the new Loka Syndicate, provides more lore about Margulis' study and experiments. Okay. Ballas, one of the 7 Orokin executors, fell in love with Margulis, or at least experienced feelings for her that he interpreted as love. However, he did not agree with or support her defense of the Zariman children. And when she was sentenced by the Orokin for apostasy, he voted in favor of her execution. In spite of this, he blamed the Orokin for her death and began plotting revenge. He's such an idiot. Typical sadistic, vindictive, and wildly disproportionate. What a good villain, though. Oh, you made me pasta. You made me pasta. Daddy, you gotta get me fat. You gotta get me more fat. Sentience in the Old War. The origin of the sentience is known, but it is lore you haven't encountered yet. If you... 9 a.m. pasta. Yup. It's 9 a.m. in the morning. Maybe she likes you fat, can't run away. If you visit Cephalon Cimaris and interact with his left-hand console, see a series of missions you can sign up for to scan several instances of a given enemy. Completing all scans of the enemy unlocks new lore entries. The one for Detron Crewman reveals some staggering information about the sentient origins. Good! I'm not sure if you consider this a spoiler or not. Is this a spoiler? I'm not going to say anymore. But in a opponent's comment, I'll give you a summary. Okay. Maybe we'll keep it. Welcome to Mylin's food reviews and Warframe lore. In today's episode, we've got some creamy penne. G'day, Pinch. What you know so far is that the Sentients were sent to prepare Tau, the star system, intended to colonize for our arrival. However, they rebelled, and some even returned to Earth to fight back, despite the journey requiring void travel, which injures them and renders them infertile. This battle against the Sentients was the Old War. A Sentient's 100% robot, 100% machine. Ish. Oh, that Bio machine. Evolving machines. Okay. So is it kind of like if we had AI robots that were like bio machines and they started like thinking and feeling their own ways and like, you know, they had sentient, they had consciousness kind of deal, but originally started off as like a robot. Right. Yeah, so like the iRobot, Will Smith. Is that what happens in that one? The robot uprising, classic. Best way to protect humanity from itself was destroy. I mean, that's a classic storyline. Yeah, yeah. That's it. This is the old classic. Like, we must get rid of the virus. Humans are the virus, right? Oh, which, to be honest, is kind of truthful, right? Because the Orokin were kind of like that. The Orokin were the virus. They were annoying as shit, destroying everything. Greed. This pasta. This pasta's good, Danny. It's good for being sick. It's almost like I don't know why it's giving me chicken noodle vibes. I think it's the herbs and stuff you put in it. What if billionaires gained immortality? I give you the Orokin. Okay. What you know so far is that the sentients were sent to prepare Tau, the star system we intended to colonize for our rival. Yeah. However, they rebelled. Some returned, and that's what they call the Old War. What led us here? You did. You vile oh, this is a quote. Blasphemies. Machines, thinking, breeding. You were to bear us a new promised land, but when you arrived at that distant world, you knew that in time, you'd bring ruin to it as well. As we're to Earth. And so it was, we came to war. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Got a quote. The Orokin tried a number of different tactics to drive back the sentient invasion. What I like about this story is like, we're not on either side. Like, we dislike both, right? But if we had to pick a side, would we pick the sentients? I think. We're on our side, yeah. I love stories when there's no real villain. I think that's why I also like Warhammer. From what I know about Warhammer lore, like just everyone's an absolute dog, you know, trying to survive, doing whatever. Like, yeah, I like that. They assembled armies of loyal Dax, including Teshin and Vazia, whom we count among our allies today. They built remotely piloted battle mechs called necromechs, but these were too easily co-opted by the sentients and turned back on the Orokin. Makes sense. They cultivated the remnants of an ancient techno-biological plague they called the infestation and developed several strains of it. A particularly hardy and durable strain called the Grey strain is responsible for the current state of Deimos and its inhabitants. Due to the events you will learn about in the Citrin's last wish quest. The Helminth strain was cultivated to basically try to turn soldiers into X-Men. This effort largely failed, and the infestation transformed mind as well as body, rendering the resulting creatures, with few exceptions, vicious and uncooperative. The Warframes. Eventually, despite his hatred for the Zariman children, Ballas copped Margulis' work with transference, creating a way for the Zariman children to pilot the infested. Oh, this makes so much sense. It worked surprisingly well because what these tortured minds needed wasn't command but comfort. The Zariman children who experienced incomprehensible horrors were uniquely capable of empathizing and providing that comfort. Oh, Rhino. Oh. Otis Law? Rhino Prime Law. I've heard that a lot. We created monsters we couldn't control. We drugged them, tortured them, eviscerated them. We brutalized their minds, but it did not work till they came. And it was not their force of will, not their void devilry, not their alien darkness. It was something else. It was that somehow, from within that derelict horror, they had learned a way to see inside an ugly, broken thing and take away its pain. Uh-huh. Even through the old war, Ballas continued to pilot his revenge for Margulis' execution. Despite the universal existential threat the Sentients posed, he conspired with the great terraformer Hunhao, sentient destroyer of worlds, to destroy the Orokin. So Ballas, one of the head honchos of the Orokin Empire, okay? They create sentients to colonize the Tal Sede system. Sentients are like, nah, fuck you. You're the virus. You're the bad people. Sentients rebel. Orokin Empire and sentients are in war, known as the old war. And Ballas is having a cry because his Valentine Margulis didn't kill the children on the ship, which they ended up using anyway to try and pilot Warframes to fight back the sentients. But he's still butthurt for some reason. Love it. Warframe War and Serial. Warframe War, Law, and Pasta. Ballas is Elon. Shut up. So, okay, but I guess the reason he was kind of shitty, right? When Margulis, like, used transfer, like, didn't Ballas help develop transference after Margulis betrayed him? Don't make the Pastor Roscoe no. Who made transference? Margulis? They were already like researching it? He stole her work. Margulis didn't betray anyone. Didn't she betray the Orokin Empire? Wasn't she team Orokin Empire, then saw the kids and was like, nah, I can't kill them? Margulis was training children with transference to deal with the trauma. That's what they executed it, yeah. She defended the kids who got executed for insulting 7, yeah. Yeah. So it was kind of like they kind of really needed, let me say this is right. They kind of really needed Margulis's research, right? Because they had made the Warframes but couldn't control them. And then Margulis like helped develop the transference, which gave them an opportunity to control the Warframes. But that was still like, no. You betrayed, you didn't follow orders. Bop. The transference was a medical treatment that just happened to allow Warframe control, right? Okay. So at the time of Margulis's execution, the Oricans didn't know, they hadn't used transference yet to control the Warframes. Okay, that makes more sense. That's why I was getting caught up. That's why I was getting caught up. Right. Have I seen the official Triumph of New War? No, we can watch that today too, though. Did I watch it? Maybe I did watch it. This is another dementia moment. When Barris realized one of his Dax had been spying on him and intercepting his transmissions to Hunhao, he turned him into a Warframe purely out of spite and forced him to kill his own son, delivering the sadistic pleasure from his emotional torment. Oh, this is the part that like, I was like, why? So why did Ballas continued to plot his revenge for Margulis' execution? So even though Ballas was like, yep, killer, he still gets angry that she was killed. And then conspired with Hunhao to destroy the Orokin. Oh yeah, he's a great fuckwit, isn't he? I'm going to show you the most accurate definition of Ballas. Hold on a second. Maybe this has been done before. I think this is Ballas, right? Like this would be like they're like votes for Margulis's execution. Oh, maybe like part of the Orokin Empire votes for Margulis's execution, blames Orokin Empire. Photoshop the long arm. Yeah. Margulis is dead. Why would you do such a thing? Right. When Barris realized one of his Dax had been spying, oh, that's right. So this is Umbra, right? That's Umbra. Yeah. Right. I get it. Oh no. The woman I simp for won't let me kill children. Yeah, okay. You know what? I have a feeling this fucking YouTube VOD might get demonetized. It's been pretty heavy today. Han Hao sent his daughter, a mimic named Natar, to infiltrate and take charge of Zariman children. A mimic. I think I answered my own question as it was formulating in my brain. I was like, why do some sentients look like actual robots, but the Tar looks like a human? And then I said, oh, is that because she's a mimic? I like you, Sticky Friend. Yeah, I do have a lot of happiness, man. Yeah. Makes sense. Big brain. Oh, interesting. Vote for life. If you voted for her, he would be killed next too. Right. Natal learned about Margulis from the Zariman children's thoughts, having been rendered infertile by the void journey. She adopted Margulis' appearance and took on her motherly role, calling herself the Lotus. Okay, I get it. On the night of the Naga drums, a ceremony celebrating the supposed triumph of the sentients, the Warframes led by the Lotus rose up and massacred the Orokin. Oh, haven't seen this yet. Stalker, a Warframe who still possessed autonomy and served the Orokin loyally, and therefore had no need of transference-linked pilot. We know why the Stalker kind of kept some will. Why did the Stalker keep some will and autonomy? We know that? Should I know that? Was it because of his, like, the love for his wife? Was it like the Jade Shadow stuff? Oh, it was punishment by Ballas. Yeah, I have some more pasta, yeah. Yeah, so he wanted to keep his memories of, like, Jade, right? Devotion to Jade kind of deal. Okay, fair. Watched in horror as his masters were annihilated by his own kind, he vowed eternal vengeance upon them, been hunting him down ever since. Yeah, there's more here that I learnt yesterday, which I've already forgotten. Lotus was supposed to kill the Zariman children after Orokin massacre, but her maternal sentiments won out. Who was telling Lotus to kill the children? Oh, look, I might as well just fucking title this video Kill the Children. See how we go. Han Hao. So Han Hao to Lotus is Ballas to Margulis. No. Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, but it's no good reheating it. So just if you don't need it, don't worry about it. But
Second plate of pasta. Oh, okay, yeah. Hun Hao's the father, Ballas was my lover. No, but I just mean like, didn't Ballas order Margulis to kill the kids, just as Hun Hao ordered Natar to kill the kids? That's kind of what I was getting at. Like their kind of storylines mimic each other. Garlic and parmesan, yeah, it's like, yeah. You guys want some pasta? No one can kill these bloody kids. They keep escaping. She was supposed to kill the kids after the Orokin massacre. So that was just kind of like use the nukes and then get rid of the nukes so no one else can use the nukes. Basically. Okay. Oh. Sandy's using Tar to hack the nukes, but she felt love towards them. Sentients could be used against the sentients. Well, that's what they were designed to do, right? They were designed to like combat the sentients. She was too good of a mimic. Hana doesn't like Tenno because they were enemies. Ballas doesn't like Tenno because they're jealousy. Hit that guy. Hit that guy with an AI reply after that novel. Yeah, guess what? In true Warframe fashion, if you give me a really good comment, I'm gonna slap you with an AI comment because that's what this game's about, right? I'm gonna slap you with a sentient comment, not AI, sentient. Batel said it was one out. She made it look like she destroyed Lua, but instead she hit it in the pocket of the void, where she was also trapped. Bal says she was imprisoned there, but as he's projecting his idea of Margulis onto her, it's unclear whether or not being trapped there was her choice. This brings up to the events of New War. Okay, well, I need a summary of New War now, please. On this video, on this stream. Okay. Wow. Thanks for the breakdown. I really appreciate you able to do that. Okay, that's option, sentient option 1. Sentient option 2. It's been a wild ride, hasn't it? I'm really glad I got to experience all of this with you guys. Classic. All right. Since you did Belly Bleach, it was pretty cool if you listen to some of the Order Slaw. Yeah, a lot of Order Slaw going on here. However, it may require you to know what glassing is. Ask chat. Find out the law. I think I'm just going to watch a video on it. Don't forget the Fingy law. Yeah, we've got to add the Fingy law as well, I think. Otis law, Rhino Prime law, new war trailer, Fingy war. War? Fingy law. As a new viewer of mine, I think he's the only... Oh, here we go. Let's go. Paid subscriber. The paid actor. As a new viewer of mine, I think he's the only streamer I know who spends hours checking comments, getting feedback, and dealing with the bullshit. A journey continues Warframe journey. Like I said, the campaign is so good, you just want to slam through it. But once they caught up the story, they just stopped playing the game. So I think... I think when it comes to like content creation, Game Boy, g'day. Obviously, if I'm having a good time, if people are watching the videos, I'm having good streams, then I obviously want to keep doing it, right? Sometimes you get forced out of a game because just like financial reasons. Like if a game does, if a video stops performing and people stop watching, it's like, you know, the ad revenue goes down, you lose your sponsors, and this is exactly what happened with Destiny. I was like, well, I guess I need to either go get another job or I find something else to cover. So at the moment, I'm being very surprised. I've been making videos on a 12-year-old game and people watching them, people like them, people comment on them, people show up to the YouTube streams. So it's like, well, and I'm enjoying myself. There's no reason to leave it at the moment. At the same time, I don't want to fall into like the Destiny trap where I only have one game. I know I've been hitting Warframe pretty hard, but I do plan to split these streams up into Warframe and Monster Hunter, and I think that would be a nice... Warframe is so intense. I think Warframe will be a nice like back end of the stream. Do you know what I mean? Where I can like keep grinding stuff on Warframe, keep making content on Warframe, but then also have some like downtime with Monster Hunter. It's so interesting going to a game that like Monster Hunter after Warframe, like everything feels like it's going in slow motion. G'day, Game Boy. Everything is going in slow motion. You're like, wow. Where are the special effects? Are you trying to tell me that the screen isn't cluttered with fucking damage numbers and special effects? You're trying to bullet jump in everything you play, yeah. Try to wait till you try to bullet jump on Monster Hunter. This is so slow. You can't cheat on Warframe now the end of the devs watch. Well, I was offered platinum and I said, not taking it. I'm not taking any platinum. I'm doing a free-to-play experience so I can make content on it. Because I think it's probably the best monetization of a free-to-play game I have experienced thus far in my gaming career. I can't think of... I mean, Path of Exile is pretty good. Path of Exile is basically the same. I don't know if you can get like premium currencies in Path of Exile though. You can obviously trade in Path of Exile, but can you trade for the actual currency that you buy stuff for? I don't think so. But otherwise, they're pretty similar. A lot of microtransactions in like getting more space and just cosmetics and stuff like that. Yeah. There's no real world money to currency, yeah. Pee-wee has loot boxes and fear of missing out. Pee-wee 2 or Pee-wee 1? Maybe I haven't played enough. I only played the Pee-wee 2 beta or whatever you want to call it, early access. I think the thing is I think a lot of publishers and companies are concerned about cheating and hacking and paid recovery services. If you allow a game Hey. G'day, Brandon. Thank you very much. Don't know. Four kid team. Oh, you mean like operators? Damage 4 kids can do. This could be my new internet arriving. Does the internet arrive on a truck? One internet, please. Oh, the internet. Billy! Bill! Come here! Come here. G'day.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Yeah, bye-bye. It is my new internet. One internet just arrived. It's an internet. I just downloaded better internet. Yeah, cool. I can set this up after stream. See if it works. It's way smaller than I thought it would be. One internet. Yeah, I needed to upgrade my router to. I needed to update my router to. Oh, I should have asked the mail lady if she plays Warframe. No, I didn't. I forgot. I had to upgrade my router to handle the new internet speed. So, I think it hasn't changed over yet, but I think when I plug this bad boy in, it should change over. I don't know. Anyway, the main point is I want you to know I'm trying to improve the quality of the streams, which is what I spent yesterday doing when I was sicky. Just this is going to double my upload speed once it goes through. So I'm hoping that will make Warframe look a little bit better. And then I did try to do something with OBS to make the YouTube streams look a little bit better, but it just crashed immediately. So that didn't work. I don't know if any tech nerds are out there, but from what I understand, if I streaming to YouTube, I can use AVI. AVI? I think it's AVI. YouTube accepts it, and it's just more bang for your buck with your bit rate. Sorry, AV1. AV1. My CPU apparently can do that, but my GPU can't. So I set up OBS to encode the Twitch streams with NVENC, and I set up the CPU to encode the YouTube streams with AV1. That's what I was trying this morning. and it just shat the bed. So I don't know. It just stopped receiving internets. So I have not played Ark Survival. No, I have not played Ark Survival. I'm gonna give the June MMO a shot when it comes out. It broke for you too when you tried it, even with the 40 series. Really? Ran out of internet. Dried up. Yeah. I'll have to. I mean, the next thing is to save up some money for a 40 series, and because my gaming PC is a 2080 Ti. It's still going strong, to be honest. But and my streaming, who cares? I fucking never remember the numbers. My streaming PC is technically better, but it's better because I'm trying to stream for more things and I do my video editing on there and stuff like that. Grinding with the boys. Highly recommend doing some of the missions unlocked by quests before doing the next quest. They offer some of the story, delve deeper through the in-mission dialogue, like Nama bounties for New War, Angels of Zariman bounties, syndicates. Yeah. Yep. Freddie Smokes that if you light your lighter, your lighter gets lighter until your lighter is so light you won't be able to light your lighter. True. Why does Helmeth look like Cosmic Horror and Warframes look so good? Oh, this is what I asked. Short answer is Avara's and Didiana's backstories and lore. Some were designed to a degree, and some Warframes are consigned to grave, as Bala said in the sacrifice. Isn't it kind of like because there were humans and their skin came like metal? Titania. Titiana. Ania. Titania. After the stream starts, we get the gameplay, but all my Argon crystals are gone. I actually enjoy reading and responding to the comments. One day you'll be huge. Oh, okay. You know what? Blaze? You get an AI comment for that. You get a sentient comment. You've been blessed with a sentient comment. Would love to see you collaborate with other content creators. Already happening. We're gonna get Star-Lord D on. I don't see many content creator collaborations in Warframe. They're like there was in Destiny. Yeah, I mean, I think they're like my favorite videos to do. Do you know what I would like to pitch? And we can pitch this. I'll even help Star-Lord. You let me know. What we do is we get someone like Star-Lord D, lore person, to make us a lore quiz, and then all the new Destiny refugees like me, Aztecross, we take the quiz to see who knows more about Warframe from our limited time playing it. Perfect. That would be fun. Short answer, long answer. Right? Like multi-choice questions. Multi-choice. Blah, blah, blah. And then like short answer. What was the Zariman 10-0 incident? Who is the daughter of Hunhao? Setting the game rules so you win. Well, we can also... What's the best timed event? Explain Eternalism. What's the right choice for the end of the new war? Margulis, Natara, Lotus? Well, I know everyone reckons it's Lotus. After Angels of Zariman, a lot of people will encourage you to talk to Hombask and check Dormazon. Second that advice. Hombask sells a bunch of decorations. Hold fast standing. Oh, yep. Behind the... Dormizon is a second home to sink resources into dripping out. Okay, this is like fashion? Fashion? Ship decorations. Copy that. Lad Dragon. Just a quick heads up in case you haven't been told 100 times already. The Whispers features. Okay, so I did actually ask them about this. I was like, just to confirm, do you own every song or is there a song? So I've got told that there is a non-DE song from popular bands. Yep. That I'll get. You would definitely get strike for. Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is just take the hit on that. I don't want to mute the VOD. I don't want to mute the VOD. I don't want to mute the music. I think we take the copyright hit. They should just claim the ad revenue from that stream. Bing bong bang. We just leave it at that. It's Have the other ones cleared out? I'm going to have a look. No, I don't think they have. This button. Live. Nah, still an escrow. Day 10 and yep, nah. So I think these are just going to run out eventually. They have 30 days to respond to this. Yeah, see, they have 30 days to respond. Sleeping in the Cold Below. Ice Core. Jazz Rack. Dispute under review expires in 21 days. We'll continue to monetize your video during the dispute process and pay the earnings in the copyright owner releases their content ID claim. So this is the crazy thing because, talking with Digital Extremes, like they know about this and unfortunately they just can't get YouTube to act on it. They literally can't get YouTube to act on it. They're like, this is our shit. Well, I think they are talking to their lawyers too, because I don't know. There could be some cases where maybe, I don't know, some regions might be different and that could be causing an issue. So they're still talking to their lawyers and stuff. But it's like, I think they're pretty confident that this is, a false strike and can't resolve it. Bungie had to threaten to sue YouTube. Yeah. 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 But it's like, it's like, I'm very great. I'm just grateful that like DE have been so kind to just have the conversation with me. Because sometimes that's half the battle is just talking to the company. The fact that they've just been emailing backwards and forwards and been sympathetic to the case, it just makes a huge difference. It also gives me confidence in disputing the claims. And I also will know that I just can't dispute the 9 Inch Nail song. I can't dispute the Whisper in the Wall song. That's fine. But I really don't want to edit the VODs. For those who don't know, these weren't the first copyright claims. There were earlier ones. And what it does is when you mute that audio, it removes the live feed. So if you're watching the VOD, typically you can see the live feed, you can see people's reactions to it. I think it's very fun. Some people don't like it, but I think it's quite fun. You know, if you can't make the live streams, it's kind of cool to see people's reactions. It deletes it. If we watch it live and I want to get rid of the copyright and I delete the audio, it deletes the YouTube live stream because it technically edits the video, and for whatever reason YouTube can't deal with it. And you can't see the live chat. I have heard about the dev shorts. I haven't watched them. Yeah, Mr. Wright's basically correct. So, like, I know we're off topic here, but I mean, DE was also asking because they don't know exactly what happens on my end. This is what I explained to them. When the stuff gets copyright striked, if I don't dispute it, you see this little monetization? This means that I'm running ads on the video. It changes to a split sharing system. And I don't even understand. I've never had this before, so I don't even know exactly what happens. But when you click on it, it says the ad revenue is split between you and whoever's claiming the copyright. So in this case, I get some of the ad revenue and JASRAC gets ad revenue. And for this case, I don't know, is it split 3 ways? I'm not too sure. If I don't do anything, if I use the in-game, the in-app editing in YouTube, which will automatically remove the audio from the segment that's been claimed, I get 100% of the monies. Okay? And it gets resolved. It just disappears, which is what I did on 2 other videos. However, like I said, when you do that, you lose the live feed. So now anyone watching the VODs can't see everyone's live reaction. And of course, the fucking worst part of that is I deleted my initial first reaction to me hearing the song on what's it called? Oopsies. We All Live Together. And that fucking sucks. I'd rather just not get money and people be able to listen to it than me have a VOD that just, yeah. But I panicked. I was like, fuck. And I got rid of it. It's still on Twitch though. It's still on Twitch. Yeah, fortunate. And the last option is if I dispute it, then this is what happens. The money goes into like a separate account, escrow. It gets held there until the dispute gets resolved. Whoever wins the dispute gets the monies. So that's currently where we're sitting with these other ones that I've disputed. Yeah. And they have 30 days to respond, and they have not responded yet. So I think what they'll do is they'll just let it run out, and then I will get the money eventually. Rugby, g'day. But, I mean, you want to know the kicker? Hold on. I don't know if I should show this. It ain't even that much. Right? So, almost 8 hours stream, Angels. $10.66. Don't spend it all at once. It's a principle. It's a principle of taking my pennies. $10. Literally stealing my lunch, money. Where's most of the income come from? My wife. Kind of a joke, kind of true. Paid subscriptions on Twitch, pretty much. Yeah. Paid subs on Twitch. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. But, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I do have a paid sponsorship coming up. Okay. Paid sponsorship coming up with an ad. And when you see that ads, I need you to just flip your mindsets. Go, oh God, fucking ads. No, you need to go, wow. I love ads because that allows Myelin to stream Warframe for 8 hours a day. Okay? Because I don't know about you, but I can't fucking stream 10 hours of Warframe every day for $10. We this is so good. I love this ad. Yeah, yeah. Well, would you see why sometimes I get shitty when people complain about ads? I'm like, oh, I mean, for $10, mate, fucking turn them off, do you? Ad money, you say. 52 months, J-Lo. Thank you very much, mate. All right. I don't know how we got there. Oh, that was because this comment was about the DE. Thank you, J-Lo. 52 months. Appreciate it. It's late. You wake me neighbours. Great income. $1 an hour, yeah. Read the Finky law on Deimos again before you start. Yeah, we got it. We got it. We got it. Get my thoughts on where does operator go. Oh, here we go. When they're transferred into Warframe. My theory is this. There's a few reasons. The view of the player. First, when Umbra yoinks you from nothingness, it's initially looking at you, the player, before the camera pans out slightly to show Umbra choke holding the operator. Thank you, Morty. Okay, and also, you know what? Thank you very much. YouTube Super Chat has been keeping the streams alive. Twitch subscription has been keeping the stream alive. Together, it's really helpful. Thank you very much. Kangaroo ducats. Ducats. That's very generous, Mort. Thank you, mate. Is this breaking the fourth wall? We all live together, true. There's a few other instances of certain characters you have and have not met. They seemingly stare right at the camera. The real clue for me is that when you get to the latest content, I won't say for spoiler reasons, but yeah. Oh, thank you, Nitsuga, for the new membership. Yeah, YouTube memberships count too. That also helps. That also helps. YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, normal stuff, Super Chat. It's all those little bits and pieces that help. Why are these replies? Wait a second. Oh, they're the replies. Okay, there's a little bit of theory here, breaking the fourth wall. Zarveen? G'day. Thank you very much for heading over. What were you doing? Let us know. We're currently still in a YouTube comment section. About to watch some lore videos. Oh, thank you for the prime. 2 months. Thank you, Chew. G'day, g'day. I'm in. Welcome. What are you playing? Let us know. Every penny counts. Yeah, exactly, Suga. Thank you, mate. Okay, first of all, good pacing in the game. Second, I don't know if you read or know or not, but you should try to grind one full stream. Better the Beast event. Yeah, we did that. Not a full stream, but we did some of it. And it learns what you can do. And if you can't not because you don't have the node, grind is to one of the best arcades. Yeah, we need to do more Better the Beast. Yep. When's it end? Be over soon. Yeah, we did arcane races. How are you enjoying Warframe? I'm enjoying it very much. Monday. I don't think I'm gonna get there. Because I think I'm gonna not stream tomorrow and just rest. After we finish our lore segments today, I'm gonna get off stream and probably sleep a bit more. So yeah. You're digging the laid back lore stream. Yeah, this is kind of what I wanted today, was just take a bit of pressure off playing and just take some time reading and talking. You almost joined me, check it out. I was very funny. It's very funny getting everyone to help me out. Right. Nelson. I know you're working on doing content and just playing through stuff and you got a bunch on or you do list, but you should try and farm up a frame a day. That takes so long to build, crafting or playing content. Yeah, we've been we put that on our daily lists as well. Of just trying to add that stuff to it. Here's the thing in Warframe though. I feel like you could make I feel like while I'm doing the campaign, there's not many more things left in the day. Because it's kind of like, if I do all my daily stuff, what is it? Bounty rep, daily standing, syndicates, sorties, I don't know, just corrupted mods, void vicious, Grendel Prime, Railjack Vando. All right, stream's over, right? Yeah. I'm kind of not at the point to be able to do everything yet. But I feel like once I get through the campaign, then all this stuff I can start like getting some routine in. I hear you. Want to say a few videos ago, I didn't want to spoil anything since you know Balas is creator of the Warframes. When you watch the Prime trailers, you would recognize his voice as the narrator, showing off his creations. Oh, that's nice. Love it you let chat fight over content order if you ever really are curious. They spell everything out in the wiki. I don't think they tell you the order of Duviri Paradox though, or Angels, do they? In the wiki? Oh, like the Warframe quest guide? Yeah, we forgot to watch more Prime trailers. We started doing some Prime trailers as well. With overlays. I play on PlayStation, doing my buddies on PC. There was an overlay I used called Electroframe through Overwolf. I have heard of Overwolf because Overwolf has overlays for Path of Exile 2. Don't worry, it doesn't violate any user agreements or anything you can't get in trouble for, but they said it's worth me buying a PC. I've never heard of this. What does the overlay tell you? Like where to get stuff from, maybe? Is this common? Do people use overlays for Bit of a grey area. Tracks everything for you. Oh, so like when I said, is there a way to like, you know how in Monster Hunter you can go, I want to make this piece of item, and it puts it in like a to-do list for you, and then every time you like get that item, it like shows up, like 12 out of 15. You're like, okay, cool, we'll do another one. And does it also show you the in-game trading stuff? Okay, well, it shows me how to craft things, connects to Warframe.market. Right, so it's pretty much the same as the PoE one. Yeah, this is the recommendations I have for today's Otis Law, Rhino Law, New War trailers, I think just for fun, Figgy Law, Leverian, and then also Star Lord D's videos. Angel of Death, awesome video, very fun to watch. I have two things to give us insight. First, keep watching how you play, and though you play much better than 95, yes, I'm talking about. I get a feeling that you expect in every mission to kill enemies. They stop showing up. Do the objective, yeah. In Warframe, in any mission, enemies keep spawning all the time. Never be a moment. Yeah, I kind of do get suckered into that. I enjoy killing. There's a couple reasons. Okay, firstly, I do get suckered into like, I should just kill every enemy. For sure. Second, I find killing enemies make me slow down, and I feel like I can play the game for longer than when I just speed to the objective. I feel like I get headaches and just like kind of just motion blur kind of deal. So I don't mind killing enemies and like playing the game. But sometimes I do get sucked into, yeah, these guys are just gonna keep coming. I should move on. Yeah, just too much zooming. Too much zooming hurts my head a bit. Second, we got the quest Angels of Zariman much before... here we go. Before Duvi Paradox. We knew for years that Duvi was coming, and we expected it. In Dormy Zone on Zariman, D would add some more clues as Duvi Paradox got close to release. So we had Teshin swords leaning on the door, but we could... Oh, this is kind of cool. We could only see in operator mode. We could hear specific music. As, dude, that's so cool. Zariman kind of had a strong imprint on players. Important to be present before. Okay. You get an AI comment, Angel of Death, because that has been the best explanation so far. You get an AI comment. Where'd it go? Sentient comment inbounds. Why does it keep doing this? Excuse me? Yeah, I'm a little slow on the uptake sometimes. Thanks for the info. Good AI comment. I can't reply though. Don't know what's going on here. This is zoomed in, I think. Z Patrol. Done Angels of Zariman and Jade Shadows. Recommend starting to expand your arsenal by opening relics for prime weapon Warframe parts, and also shopping around the market and getting weapon blueprints from Dojo. Also handy for new toys. Yeah, this has come up a couple of times now. Recommend at least making sure the people in the squad understand that you two also want to play the shooting part of the looter. I'm not here to play. I'm here to get the loot. Alex, I know you don't want to do law, but here we are. Please watch the orders. Yeah, dude, number one comment, orders fragments. Can I get an AI response? Nah, Mayhem, you didn't have, there's no AI response. Context, Angels of Zariman. Okay, the Holdfast are all dead. Their void has reanimated them in some way. It reanimated the void angels, and it's ultimately a question of if the crew falls into madness, also becomes void angels, to become something else. I won't ruin the quest ending, just keep playing. Additionally, Zariman is plugging the would-be void tear in space, preventing void horrors from escaping. Oh, it's a butt plug for the void. As for you, you play Angels first, then Duviri narratively as Drifter. You find Duviri through the ship, and the concept that emotions and thought become contextualized in the void is explained in the quest. Duviri is the Drifter's backstory. I genuinely hope I forgot periods. I will not go back and check just to make you rage. That's Rick. Update didn't stream yesterday, so I assume Destiny devs posted up outside your house with a loaded whisper of the worm and put one between your eyes in an effort to stop you streaming Warframe. Rip a big dog. Okay. Holy, I feel like we're getting more comments. God damn it, guys. We're 2.5 hours in. You guys want me to play Warframe, or do you want me to just... People actually enjoy it. Anyway, I wasn't going to play much today because I got a sore head. I'm a bit sick. I do want to get to watching some videos though. All right. I don't know if we have to put a time limit on. It's a feedback loop, yeah. I don't know if we end up putting a time limit on some of the stuff. I'm not too sure. Let's give it 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes, and then we're watching some lore videos. Reading comments makes poor people leave comments because you actually read them, yeah. Yeah. All right, I'll give you 30 more minutes. All right, Wolfpack. Want to share a quick thing. In context of your comment, another hub comment after... Oh, yeah. Most... So when the... You know what? I thought they came off a bit negative, but it wasn't meant to be negative. The Zariman having like another hub world. Most, if not all of Warframe overworld design with hubs is you do the quest, which opens up vendors, goodies, yep. Lord trinkets, new Warframes, etc. This usually takes a month plus for players. Yeah. Duviri gives you... It's basically seasons. Every hub is like a new season. Incarnon weapons, Venus weapons, amp, etc. Lord trinkets, spider boss fights, Cetus. Yep. Thank you, mates. Content islands, yes. A comment at 1 hour 28 to hit this point home. I like to refer to the Lephantis boss fights. Lephantis is a boss from 2013. It asks you, the player, why you hunt and kill it. You are its flesh. This being one of the first ever hints for Warframes being infested and being from 2013, way before any big lore drops, or even know about the Tenite. D likes to leave huge details in the world, map, and even songs. Some of the whispers in the world songs are now translated, and they might be giving us hints about what deals they made with Wally. Okay. I like to give you a rebuttal. I would prefer there to be massive lore drops years ago that go nowhere and are later retconned Now, after that pause, I will say this is a joke. I repeat, this is a joke. Because last time I said shit like this, people legitimately left a comment saying, I disagree. Yes, you should disagree. This is the joke. Oh, fuck. I don't have time to explain. Hold on. I kind of felt bad for this one, but look, maybe I should stop being like snarky like this in YouTube comments. But let me give you an example of this. Yeah, you let me know if I went too far. Okay, you let me know if I went too far. Alt. Okay, so the video in question is this.
Let's activate your codex system to examine this Ostron container.
Season rewards? Well, that kind of look good. How much does it cost? 20 bucks?
In case some of you ain't doing all this out of the kindness of your hearts.
Nah, it can't be free. Yeah, but how do I fast track it? Pay extra? Okay, so that was the YouTube short, which by the way now has like 200,000 views on it. And the comment was, so these are modern gamers that are in disbelief that something is free, even though it's a looter shooter. Many games have systems where you can trade and grind with players with premium currency. You let me know if I went too far. I said, congrats. You've accurately described the point of the video. Well done. However, you did fail the ability to detect sarcasm. Better luck next time. Then they said, everyone interprets content, which is media art, differently. Different cultural groups may not get the reference. No need to be such a dick about it. Okay, in my defense, bro would suffer in Australia. In my defense, it was a little bit dickish. Because you were a little bit dickish. You said, so these are modern gamers? Like that, you know. So I just held up a mirror. I gave you a little bit of snarkiness back. You get all fucking upset by it. better luck next time. Oh shit. I don't know. By the way, this is an accurate representation of me spending 10 years on YouTube. If someone leaves, like, it's so crazy ironic. Like, someone will leave a snarky comment like this. It's literally perfect. I'll leave like a snarky comment back and then they'll be like, why are you such a cunt? Like, bro, you started it. You started this. All right. Thank you, Jonas. Dark 8. I was watching a new War playthrough, or was it Jade, when you brought this up, but I will agree on one note with Destiny. For as weak or boring at times the story felt, the gunplay ability is always, satisfying, yeah. Or at least made me like it enough to keep playing it. Warframe, meanwhile, really drills in a power fantasy, like you said. Any build would have done right. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Fairly powerful. Yeah. Yep. Burns. Is Burns still here? I mean, I think sometimes, like, I think the biggest mistake with any comments is, firstly, they think that the YouTuber will not read them. Secondly, in people's head, YouTubers are like not people. They're some mystical creature that makes them for entertainment. And then thirdly, they also feel like if a YouTuber fires back, they're punching down. Mate, I'm here for $1 an hour. I'm not punching down. I'm punching up. I'm fighting for my life. Molderov. G'day, mate. You almost made it to the most recent update. One thing to help with your grasp on the lore, try watching the new War and Duviri cutscenes again. Yeah, actually, do you know what? Is there a supercut on YouTube that shows the cutscenes again? Like a time-lapse New War Duviri cutscenes again? That's a thingy law? Bow. Since you're doing Belly of the Beast, you might as well check Ortis. Yep. Ortis' backstory. His relationship with Parvos. Wolfpack, hi again. Want to share a pool of tips for new players that can make the experience better. I'm trying to do 5 per video. Definitely seeing something you need to decide to do or not do. Most important thing is that you do what you want to do. 1. Take a break and go to relays. Get blessings. True. As much as possible, do Nightweave for free stuff. True. Always be crafting, leveling. True. Open worlds have great stuff in there to make you powerful and give another good stuff. True. Do sorties daily if possible. True. A lot about 5 tips. True. Do ISO vaults. Yeah, I think we had all these in our we had all these in our list. Yeah. Vauban is one of my favorite frames, but it does take some getting used to build around. Train boy needs a lot of stuff to run amok, but blasting enemies with an outer orbital laser beam never gets old. That's like Helldivers. If you dig the artifice mechanic vibes, you should try farming a Protea Prime. Happy to see you have seemed to have found something you enjoy in post-Destiny 2 Cataclysm. Yup. I will forever miss the PvP, but I'm happier with the Origin system. Live together, Tenno. Okay, I think that's an AI response, I think. Would I have very good AI responses here? Yeah. Got to get that Vauban built, but my Tenno's been on a grind lately. Damn it. Otherwise, I commit to Protea. Thanks. I'll give Protea a go. Uh-oh. I don't really have good AI responses here. I think I've got to commit to Protea. I've got to commit to Protea. Now wait just 1 minute. Okay, what did I say here? The order you had to release. Yeah, I hear. What did I say here? Yeah, but I think it could be improved with a holo projector. Okay. Now wait a minute. All right, Mr. Chewy. Mr. Chewy's here. Sorry, bro, not in chat. I'm in Scotland. Sometimes I have to catch up on your stream the next day. Oh yeah, I was yelling at Mr. Chewy for some reason. I can't remember why. Clementing Jr. Created Duviri. Play your own pace. If you blast your Warframe, you can miss so much. Once you've done all the quests. Uh-oh. Oh. You guys crashed my YouTube live. Okay. I've got it back. Yeah, no, just my chat screen fell over. All right. Got your own experience, rotate things, refresh your experience, you go. Rule number 1, have fun. Good luck, have fun. Mosey Town. References to the angels and the Divi paradox. Not spoilers. Okay, I'm gonna just quickly read this. Doesn't rule the story to Divi out of order. Doing angel first creates a smoother experience. Okay, copy that. Buy, energize, Aegis, and Avenge. I couldn't get them yet. A VA from Destiny 2 is also in Warframe. Who? Couple questions. Where they go in the transfer. Informed opinion, still an opinion. Not inside the Warframes. Even after you learn to personal transfer, your body is still physically someplace. For example, Stalker can find you in the Orbiter. You have a variety of bases, so presume it's one of them. On the other hand, it seems to show that you use Warframes as a focus to instantly teleport somewhere else. Appearing apparently out of them. Teleport away from them, into them. Once you accumulate a number of them, you'll see that there's no way you can actually fit inside some of them. Yeah, but how does Samus fit into her spacesuit? With that Void Fisher Relics, yep. Engaging rank up dialogues and lore. Yeah, so I've heard this. You get more lore as you rank up. What happens to Samus's body when she turns into a ball? Oh, okay. I think I missed Solma's last time. You skipped over it. I'll say it again. Okay, good. I feel a sentient AI comic. I still enjoy the quest on its own, but the writing of it is very full. Oh, yeah, this is Solma. Didn't like the writing of didn't like the writing of New War. For years, the story had been building up the confrontation between Tenno and the ancient enemy sentients. We've got a lot of lore and backstory about the sentients and that made them very interesting as antagonists. They hated the Orokin as much as the Tenno did, and Ballas has proved the sentients are justified in the hatred of the Orokin. It would have been interesting to see us come to blows against an enemy that morally deserves a victory. Instead, with the New War, we got actually Ballas was in control of the sentients all along. Yeah, okay, now that I have more information about Ballas. So Ballas actually controlled the sentients? Le Evil background is actually Le Evil? Or less compelling than my enemies deserve to win. But I still have to stand against them. Putting Ballas as the main antagonist of the New War basically removed any unique sense of autonomy and direction sentients had. Now they're just evil because they work for Ballas. I'm slowly. I do see your point. Lots of leaps in logic to have Ballas as the antagonist. You're telling me getting stabbed by Umbra turned into a sentient Orican chimera, pretending to be weak and enslaved to Era, was all part of this to plan to defeat the Tenno? Era says he wants to turn Lotus back into a tar, but he just lets Ballas throw into the voids. Is he stupid? Ballas not only surviving, but also being the big bad of the new war after his confrontation with Umbra at the end of the sacrifice kind of robs Umbra of his satisfaction. Well, okay, you know what? I've got the email of DE. I'm gonna send them this. I'm gonna speed run a band by DE. I'll send them all the narrative feedback. Okay, there's people that agree with this. People that agree with this. 5 likes here. Don't read this comment. Got it. I recommend Corey the Mighty for lore videos. Oh, that name hasn't come up yet. We like that. Corey. Mod breaks down. You get naturally. Yep. Wiki's your friend. Corrupted mods, positive negatives. 60/60s, spy missions for all vaults. Rare dual stats, nightmare missions. Riven mods, sorties. This is a good link. Archon mods, galvanized mods, prime mods. Oh, this is a go. Okay, this is an AI. No AI response. I can't give you an AI response. Just know you deserve an AI response, Requiem. Sentient. That's it. We've done. We're done. We're done. Okay. I'm going to make a coffee. Oh, I'm going to love this. I'm going to make a coffee so I can sit down and watch a lore video. All right. So this was 2 hours 48. 2 hours 48, 41. Quick coffee break. But I would like you to vote. Do we have the war, the new war? Do we have a summary? What we know Warframe lore. The new war? 3 years ago, what we know Warframe. Oh, this is our playlist.
At long last, the new war has raged throughout the origin.
Okay, good. I'm excited. What we know is the series name. Right. What we know, Warframe lore, the new war. Oh, really, Sugo? You left comments? Yeah, I don't know why. Some people have said that too. Did you put links or anything in them? Because this is day 16. Was it on day 16? I have a feeling. Did you leave it while we were live? I'm on stream right now leaving comments. So you can see all the ones I responded to. Holy shit. Yeah, see, I got them all. I had a link in one of mine. That's why it happens. Yeah. Yeah, I think the link, any links will get probably auto-modded out. I didn't even know where they go. Oh, do you know what? I forgot there's a feature like this. Hold on. Isn't there a feature in here that are like comments? Held! Is that you? Darth Muffin and Ninjarific. Not Daft Muffin though, because you're on YouTube. Okay, but we can look at Daft Muffin's another. Oh, Warframe. Really? Well, that's cool. Daft Muffin's been around a lot. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Not too sure why they're not coming up. All right. Can you guys give me a countdown? Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. And if you want to make this go a little bit quicker, you can also then recommend any other videos I should watch of Star-Lords. We're going to start with the new war. But if you could go off and have a look and come to a decisive conclusion of what I should watch, I'm kind of thinking of Ballas. I'm kind of thinking even Zariman at 10-0 kind of solidifies some of that lore. Oh, yeah, we need to watch Otis Law. Thank you. Yeah, we need to watch that too. I'll get it in a sec. Save that link. I have to get you to repost it. I'll be back in a sec. Be back in a sec. Might as well just run another ad, then we won't have ads for a while. Okay. 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 Coffee break is now over. Coffee break is over? Well, actually, coffee break is about to start. Oh, God. You have no idea the difference between making a lore video and enjoying a lore video. Time is... How long was that coffee break? 10 minutes! Shit. 10:58, 52. Got to get fired from my job. Right, so this is the new war.
System, bringing with it permanent change as well as questions.
Starting it.
At long last, the new war has raged throughout the Origin system, bringing with it permanent change as well as questions regarding the future. In this video, I will detail the events leading up to the new war and throughout the quest, as well as some minor speculation about what the future holds, namely, what may come with the Duviri paradox. Though the quest itself begins somewhat abruptly, the seeds of the conflict have been germinating for some time. Therefore, the best place to start would actually be right after the sacrifice quest, with Ballas having successfully
Put subtitles on. Yeah, I also like subtitles.
reverted the Lotus back to her identity as Nata. He has also, seemingly, become her captive. Though this will later be revealed to be a ploy, he continues the act, and reaches out to Arteno, granting them the paracesis in the hopes it will put them and Nata.
What was... Oh, God. What was the sword? What was this whole shit about again? The sword? Yeah, this could be auto-generated. Sentient killer weapon. Okay.
At odds, and sever the connection that she has to them, the first step in his plot to complete his mental manipulation of Nata. Should the Tenno attack Nata, it will loose the final bond she has to anything or anyone other than Ballas, and the paracesis would be enough of a threat to motivate Nata to act in self-defense. Granted, this doesn't fully come to pass, but it serves as an example of another of Ballas's many plots. Additionally, we see that with Ballas's hybridization and direct link to Nata through his eye, they have become connected inextricably, and he will later use this connection as yet another vector with which he can exert control over Nata. Nata then utilizes the sentient creature known as the Ropalola.
Why is my cat... Why is this... Why are these subtitles so off-center?
To bait the Tenno and gathers critical information about them that she will later leverage in the new war. Gathering their forces, the sentients begin to amass their armadas in the far fringes of the Origin system. It is here where the Tenno first received the visions in the Era prologue, and see him seemingly struck down by the Lotus in the past. The sentients then begin their first minor assaults across the system during Operation Scarlet Spear.
I had no idea you could drag subtitles. Oh.
These small-scale attacks can be assumed to be probing for weaknesses, as well as gathering information about where the Unum might be located on Earth. The sentients then begin to examine the Origin system's spacefaring capabilities with ship-based incursions, and also utilize the sacrifice of the Ropalolis to deploy the Murex forms, now designed to render Warframes inert. Though these assaults are...
I feel so ashamed. I went in here thinking, like, I know stuff now. Like, this is gonna be good. I know stuff. I'm 2 minutes, 29 seconds in, and I'm fucking lost. I'm lost in the sauce.
Repelled, the sentients have now gathered the intel they desired and prepare for a full-scale assault. Era urges Nata to take up the mantle and reactivate the mothership Praghasa, revealed to have died or gone dormant in the ages since the Old War. This calls into question how canon the Warframe trailers are, as in an earlier trailer, Nata was seen to be speaking to Praghasa. If that was indeed canon, then it can be assumed that Praghasa was near death and finally expired off-screen from what is the sentient equivalent of old age. With their mother's reactivation, her final work can be completed, though the ramifications of this will not be apparent until the finale of the new war quest. However, with scattered memories of the past still lingering within, Nata hesitates, remembering that she had struck down Era long ago. Era then forces her into the core, reactivating Praghasa and initiating the new war. It is here we learn that though Era appeared to have perished on Lua in ages past, he survived. It can also be inferred that he was rescued by Ballas, who was eager to find more contacts within the sentience he could control and manipulate. Why Era joins with Ballas is likely due to his discontent with the sentient's slow and largely ineffective long-term plans, as well as a sense of debt to Ballas if he was indeed rescued by him after his attack on Lua. Ballas, always a man of grand ambition, entices Era to his side with the promise of a grand and sweeping takeover of the Origin system, as opposed to the slow and methodical waiting game played by his father, Hun Hao. The Origin system, scattered and divided, is woefully underprepared for the full-scale unified assault of the sentience, which is swift and sudden.
I assume this is the new war trailer, is it?
A desperate alliance is formed, but it is not enough to repel the might of the sentience and the ancient powers of the Orokin in tandem. For with Ballas secretly working behind the scenes, he has granted the sentience insight into another tool, Temple Kuva. A brutal strike on the Unum allows him to harvest her ancient Kuva and weaponize it. As described in the ancient legends of the Ostrons, Temple Kuva allows for control and manipulation of living things, and while once used for benign purposes, it has now been twisted by Ballas into a tool of mass control via the Veils.
Oh.
In the heart of Praghasa, Teshin initiates a solitary strike to disrupt the Warframe nullification fields, but fails. He is captured and struggles to resist the control of the veil placed upon him, but is killed by Era for his defiance. Nata, drained after being used to reignite Praghasa, is kissed by Ballas. As Ballas is now part sentient, it is likely that this was done to take whatever mechanism allowed Nata to control Praghasa, putting the mightiest weapon in the system under his control. Convinced that he no longer needs Nata, and that he can be satisfied with an empire all of his own, he activates Praghasa to open a portal to the void, and sends the Lotus and Arteno into its depths. An unknown amount of time passes, and Ballas has leveraged the sentient fleet and his supply of Temple Kuva to bring the Origin system to heel under his new empire of Narmer. The Grineer, Corpus, and remains of the Tenno have all fallen under his might, and been forced to hide throughout the system. The power of the Veils and the corrupted Temple Kuva have brainwashed the system into falling under his manipulation, forced to relive warped and twisted memories that paint Ballas as their savior. However, we then discover that though our operator was consigned to the Void, their alternate timeline counterpart has been deployed in our stead.
It's not a timeline!
And has also brought the void-scarred Eidolon of Nata with them. Why the Drifter has been sent, I will address later, but for now I will continue with the quest's plot. The Drifter fights from the shadows, undermining the Narmer Empire as best he is able. It seems that Ortis is aware he is the Tenno, but due to him being unable to comprehend the exact nature of Eternalism, he struggles to differentiate the two. The Drifter first needs a Corpus shuttle to break through the outer cordons of Narmer control,
this is so good.
which sends them to the Vallis, now moderately more terraformed in the time since the rise of the Armor Empire. Here the Drifter dons a Narmer veil to enter the factory unobstructed, but is able to withstand its control for various reasons. Not just through sheer willpower alone, but due to the fact that the Veils, powered by Kuva, are somewhat obstructed by Eternalism.
Yeah, okay, this is I kind of didn't understand this part, because this is kind of like an offshoot of Kuva. Like, I don't know. Mixed with the veil? Question mark. A mechanical Kuva? Veil powered by the Kuva. Temple Kuva comes from the Uman. Is the Drifter the future operator or the alternate timeline? Both? It's not a timeline. Neither. Both.
As Kuva is tied in some manner to the timelines of a given universe, it targets what it believes to be the original thing of that universe, and thus attempts to subsume the Drifter with memories and emotions that are instead catered towards our original Tenno.
Okay, that actually makes sense. So that's why we could resist it, because it kept showing us Lotus, but Lotus actually meant nothing to us. The mask didn't really know what to do with Drifter. Yeah, okay.
This mismatch in temporal identity is enough of a disruption to the Veil's methods that the Drifter is able to infiltrate the Veil factory and escape with the Corpus shuttle in tow. The Drifter then seeks the help of Hun Hao, who, while still trapped beneath the oceans of Uranus, has nonetheless been aware of his son's actions and the manipulation of Ballas.
We say Uranus here.
Hun Hao agrees to help the Drifter in the hopes of rescuing his daughter Nata and returning his son Era back to his embrace, away from the...
Hold on, I got caught up in Uranus. Giggity.
Nata. The Drifter then seeks the help of Hun Hao.
Stitz, g'day mate. And Wolf, thank you for the follow. Stinky Pinky as well. I missed that before.
Who, while still trapped beneath the oceans of Uranus, has nonetheless been aware of his son's actions and the manipulation of Ballas. Hun Hao agrees to help the Drifter in the hopes of rescuing his daughter Nata and returning his son Era back to his embrace, away.
What led us to thinking we needed to go ask for Hun Hao? Oh, it was just kind of like some unknown anomaly in the tomb. No, wasn't there someone who was trying to unearth the tomb that discovered Hun Hao? Wasn't it someone else that was like, yeah, let's go, baby? And then you realize Hun Hao was in there? Tile, Rigor. He was getting handsy with it.
Away from the lies and control of Ballas. Hun Hao briefly mentions that the Archons similarly wish to revive the dead, though is slightly cryptic on what exactly this means. As he also mentions that they are already searching for the remains of Nata, it can be assumed that Era simply ordered them to find her and revive her in a manner where she will be returned to the fold of the Narmer Empire, and not given a chance to break free with the Tenno. Hun Hao guides the Drifter to the locations of the Archons, Warframe sentient hybrids developed by Era in the Old War, and instructs the Drifter to kill them and steal their cores. These cores can be assumed to be either a corrupted or hybrid form of Oro, or, far more simply, empowered sentient cores, which can then be given to the Eidolon of Nata and return her to full strength. These cores are likely what allows the Archons to manipulate the Warframes they puppet, essentially hijacking the Warframe's aura, which is more potent and powerful than the ones the sentients normally possess. Shortly after meeting with Hun Hao, we are shown the first of several flashbacks to the time aboard the Zariman, and given some critical information into how the systems of time work within the Warframe universe. For the sake of keeping things organized, I will address all of these flashbacks and the information within together. The first minor bit of information is the true name of
This was so good. This was so good.
Gomaitru of the Entradi. Before she lost her memory and name to the infestation, her name was Eularia Entradi, daughter of Albrecht. We are then given by far the most important set of information in the entire Warframe narrative thus far, the concept of eternalism. In a prior video, I had conservatively assumed that time was a myriad of infinite possibilities, but only in the future sense, and was collapsed into a single reality upon its realization. However, eternalism presents that the truth is far more complicated and involved. All time, in all directions, from all points, is valid. Everything that can, has, should, will, or might happen, has, hasn't, won't, and will. While this is somewhat confusing,
That actually makes sense. That is probably the most straightforward example of eternalism I've heard so far. Eternalism. Everything, everywhere, all at once, yeah. Yeah, good sentence.
important takeaway is that the Warframe universe is one comprised of infinite multiverses. More specifically, the Void is the grand total sum of all these infinite multiverses, a vast ocean of every reality and timeline twisting and churning within itself, an infinite archive of all the Void watches, and all that could, the Void dreams. We are then shown that during a routine jump test with the Reliquary Drive, the legendary catastrophic jump near Saturn occurs, and the Zariman is lost within the Void. Forced to hide from the now insane adults of the crew, the children are visited by the aspect of the Man in the Wall. He, quite appropriately, accepts Arteno's offer of their light, and in turn offers us an exchange. He will grant the Tenno powers to survive the Zariman, but at a great and unfathomable cost. The exact ramifications of this cost are abstract and complicated, and will no doubt be explored deeper in the Duviri paradox, but my current understanding is thus.
Hold on. Spoiler! Is it gonna be spoilers? I don't think so. Surely not.
The Man in the Wall essentially...
Someone watch it for me. No spoilers, let it ride. Okay.
It collapses all realities of the Tenno into two. The one that escapes the Zariman and becomes the Operator, a multi-dimensional being that swaps its own temporal reality at will, essentially becoming an unaging, undying physical manifestation of the Void itself, and an anchor for whatever creature truly exists behind the Void's twisted facade. And the other, the Drifter, the Tenno that is doomed to live forever within the Void aboard the derelict Zariman, a pawn and a chess piece of the Void itself, and one that may be among similar company within the plains of Duviri, locked within a temporal prison of some kind, in an island of reality within the Void. The Man in the Wall then extends his hand, which has been replaced by the severed hand of Nata that was cut off earlier by Ballas, in some sort of chronological joke or insult. And our Tenno, desperate for a way out, accepts it. With the choice made, the now impossibly limited timelines of the Tenno diverge into the two we are familiar with.
Oh, that's what that means.
And the Operator. It can be assumed that with our Tenno agreeing to the deal with the Man in the Wall, the fate of all other Tenno aboard is identically sealed, thus revealing that our Tenno is responsible for the fate that all others would share. As an aside, these flashbacks of the past call into question the agency of other Tenno throughout the system. It is clear that our Tenno is the main force and instrumental in major events, but it clearly indicates that there are, canonically, other Tenno alive and operating throughout the system. We have, of course, known of this with both Rel and the lone Tenno operatives during survival missions, but the new war quest highlights their presence in an even greater capacity. Whether these other Tenno are fully aware of how they are tied to their Warframes, or if they are still stuck within the second dream, it is uncertain. However, as clearly seen during the beginning of the new war with the fallen Rhino Warframe in the plains of Eidolon, there are, at the very least, numerous other active agents. Again, this information is not particularly new, but it is noteworthy as another of the few examples where other Tenno have a direct, mentioned story presence. Returning to the timeline of the quest, the Drifter fails to retrieve all 3 cores needed to revitalize Nata. With 2 offered, Nata is given enough strength to pursue her vengeance, and embarks despite the protests of the Drifter and the Operator, and before she can be completely healed. It is also shown in this brief scene how, as the Operator and the Drifter realign within a singular timeline, that the Drifter briefly gains control of the Tenno powers that they seemingly lack, likely a consequence of the 2 realities of the Tenno overlapping as they swap positions across dimensions. We then see that despite his grand empire and his total devotion from the veiled creatures of the Origin system, that Ballas is empty. In truth, his greatest desire was the one thing he could never truly have: reciprocal love. Cruel and twisted as the Orokin were, the idea of love evaded them throughout their endless lives, and when Ballas finally found it, it consumed him. When he then destroyed the one and only thing he ever truly loved, and that ever truly loved him in return, he was crushed. All his efforts and machinations then were either attempts to somehow return it, emulate it, or usurp it with grander goals. And yet, they all failed or fell flat.
That's a good description.
The wound in his soul remained, and within it, resentment festered. Convinced that even a system-spanning empire is not enough to sate his appetite for adoration, he turns his sights on a grander goal: Tau. The one place that was meant to be the next evolution on humanity's journeys throughout the stars, and the grand culmination of his efforts that began all the way back with the events described in the crewman synthesis. Tau was to be the next step in the Orokin Empire's grand journey, and now, believing himself to be the last of his kind, Ballas believes it to be waiting patiently for him to assume his rightful place as its ruler. Driven mad by his desires, he convinces himself that the only way to finally be rid of the longing within him is to ascend to this new height on the ashes of everything that shackles him to the past. Thus, he will fuel his journey with the Origin system, namely by consuming the massive power contained within Soul itself.
I don't think I kind of understood that.
The Operator, now aware of the Drifter and their dual realities, seeks out the Zeraman to confront them. Switched with the Drifter, they explore the derelict of the Zeraman in a drifting tomb that is displaced from time. It seems that while the Zeraman does exist in physical space somewhere, it is ravaged by the void, and as a sort of temporal wedge in reality itself. Aboard this derelict, time has no meaning, and the void leaks into our reality in the form of monstrous energies resembling humans, formed of the same materials the plains of Duviri seem to be made of. It is possible these effigies are what remains of the Zeraman adults, twisted and warped by
I never
the
noticed
void.
that.
Though this is uncertain, and they seem more to be simply facsimiles by the void as it probes reality, a sort of crude mimicry of the things it encounters, similar to what Albrecht encountered when he first journeyed into the void. Here the Tenno also encounters a mask hanging from a tree that is identical to the one shown in the Plains of Duviri trailer. Much like the Drifter's idle whistling, this serves as yet another teaser towards the future content that will come with the aforementioned expansion. Upon meeting with the Drifter, the Operator is told several things regarding the split realities. First is that the Drifter is seemingly privy to the events the Tenno has gone through, and is very likely to have been viewing their counterparts' actions from Duviri through some method. This explains how they are at least slightly aware of what must be done upon being swapped with the Operator, but are not completely sure of the specifics of the system at large. This also indicates that they are used as a sort of pawn by the Void, a failsafe in case the Void's primary anchor to reality, the operator, is catastrophically injured or disrupted. This shows a level of deliberate action and planning on the part of the Void, which is unprecedented and a dire indication of what the future may hold. Granted, this swapping action may simply be a side effect of the Tenno's split reality needing to maintain a constant presence, but it does at least bring up the question of how exactly active the Man in the Wall is with utilizing our Tenno's dual forms. Lastly, the Tenno is told that only one of them can exist as a constant at a single time. It is here that the player can choose which manifestation completes the remainder of the quest. The chosen Tenno form then assaults the Tower of the Unum to stow away aboard a docked Murex that is harvesting the tower's Temple Kuva. Upon reaching its summit, it is revealed that the Unum is indeed still alive and aware, and is indeed an individual that has utilized transference to merge themselves with a non-humanoid entity similar to the Silver Grove. Though the Unum has been weakened too much to resist the sentient's exploitation without the Tenno's help, in a brief display of her remaining power, she creates a localized temporal disturbance before bidding the Tenno to continue on their quest. On the path to the main fleet and the mothership Pregasa, the Tenno briefly reunites with Sai and then encounters Era. Disillusioned with Ballas's madness, Era guides the Tenno to the final Archon core. Era is then crushed by falling debris, but whether or not he survives is left ambiguous. With the last key to returning Nata to her full power, the Tenno embarks to confront both her and Ballas. Ballas, in another feeble attempt to exert control over the simulacrum of his old love, commands Nata to kneel before him. While his first attempt fails, he succeeds when he leverages his sentient biology to consume the third Archon core brought by the Tenno. During this final conflict between Nata, the Tenno, and Ballas, we get a better look at Ballas's perverted sense of control and the dynamics of his love towards Nata. Desperate for even a simulacrum of his old love, he intended to inspire devotion in the Mimic Queen by forcing her to kill her only attachment. The paracesis was originally intended to drive her to him when her beloved surrogate children turned on her, orchestrated by him and cementing that Ballas is the only true source of comfort. The myriad emotional and psychological plots and manipulations of Ballas in the pursuit of adoration that lead all the way back to the time of the Orokin are twisted, detailed, and worthy of their own analysis, but for now, we shall return to the quest at hand. Disgusted with the reflection of his own failures, and desperate to deflect any lingering blame that may be within himself, Ballas moves to strike down Nata, but is ambushed by the Tenno, who places a veil upon him. Seeing his true desire, Margulis, he gives in to the illusion completely, allowing Nata to draw both the final Archon core and the control of Pregasa out from within Ballas, killing him and granting Nata full power once again. The celebration is short-lived, however, as Pregasa has gathered enough energy to open the Void Jump portal to Tau. The ensuing tear is enough to steal Nata's desperate cry to the Tenno from her lips, as reality itself is drawn inward towards the massive void space portal. Color and form begin to draw inwards, and Nata does the best she can to close the portal and keep the energy of the void at bay. But from within the depths of the void, something far more sinister emerges. The true form of the void's conscience, the Man in the Wall, a massive Vitruvian sculpture that bellows requiems as it approaches. Its severed finger, the multi-reality object utilized by reliquary drives, can be seen, as well as the mockery of our operator riding upon its head. The Man in the Wall's appearance may be that of Albrecht, the first creature it imitated and sought to replace. Additionally, while this may be somewhat of a stretch, the two slots in its forehead may be that of the Void Key's design, though again, this may merely be coincidence. The exact words the god says are a matter of some debate, but one of the more common interpretations seems to be Ul Ris Zata Vom Netra Lok. The Requiem descriptions for these can then in turn be interpreted as a description of our Tenno's journey. Other interpretations of the Void speech may indicate
I'm starting to think that I'm too fucking dumb to understand Warframe lore.
new requiem phrases entirely, or combinations of others. Whatever the true speech is, it seems to me that the requiem phrases are far more than simply isolated basic words, and potentially indicate a new form of eldritch language that can communicate entire concepts with a single phrase, and may only be
Me, the only part that makes sense, the man in the wall. Oh, it's quite literally a man in the wall. Oh, that makes sense.
a small part of a full lexicon. The man in the wall then vanishes, along with the portal he emerged from. While some theories indicate he possessed the Lotus, this seems unlikely given her nature as a sentient and their weaknesses to the void. Other theories believe that the man in the wall is now freed from the void, present in grander form within our system. And of course, other theories still are of the opinion that he simply appeared and then returned to the void with no further.
So this video was 3 years ago. Do we have a conclusion to the man on the wall, or are we still theorizing?
Ramifications as of yet, but clearly indicating that he is more of a threat than before. While I personally subscribe to the third theory, it is clear that this event serves mostly as a teaser for the Deviri paradox, and whatever long-term consequences of the man in the wall's full appearance may be, they will likely be addressed then.
Clem.
With the collapse of Sol halted, and the grand portal to Tau closed, Nata collapses, and is brought back to safety by the Tenno. In a direct, poetic mirroring of the events and dialogue at the conclusion of the second dream, Nata is comforted by the Tenno, and her fractured personality brought into focus. As a mimic, her true self has been in constant flux, perhaps never truly existing. She also is briefly asked about what she saw when the void portal opened. She quickly dismisses it as nothing, but is clearly lying. As Nata herself claimed during the Ropalolist encounter, she has seen the wall's other face, and is aware of its existence. Her nothing could therefore be a poorly veiled attempt to dismiss the question out of fear, or could perhaps be interpreted to be similar to how Cephalons perceive the void, as a literal point of nothing, not a space of blackness or lack of objects, but a true unfathomable gap in reality itself, as Tenno are implied to be the only ones able to truly perceive the nature of the void. Admittedly, this second interpretation is far-reaching, and her curt response is most likely simply to be fearful attempt to move past the topic. With the guiding words of her child, the one she could never have herself, she is able to quiet the voices of her multiple personalities and finally accept who she truly is. But the system is not at peace. Whatever semblance of alliance may have been brought on by the sentients, it has now been fractured, and the remains of the Narmer devotees have introduced an additional threat to the system. Further, the eldritch god that lies within the void grows more emboldened than ever, and seems no longer content to toy with reality from within its prison. But until the doors to the plains of Duviri are opened, and we are forced to confront what lies beyond the veil, this is what we know.
Oh, that's why it's called This Is What We Know. What we know. I like the vid. Thank you. But did you know that Archon? Did you know that Archon? Oh. Okay. I would now like to present to the chat Orders Law. What do I watch? All. Oh, great. It's by Star-Lord. All hidden Cephalon fragment orders transmissions.
I have hidden the truth of my existence.
16 minutes 30. Brother's putting the work in. Hey, what's wrong with you mother truckers? Star-Lord's only got 61,000 subscribers. These videos are fucking huge. You stingy bastards. Like and comment. Hit the sub button. Idiots. Free.
From the operator, from myself. Take it from me. Knowing is hell.
Oh.
Stop now. You.
Okay, pay attention.
I have hidden the truth of my existence. From the operator, from myself. Take it from me. Knowing is hell. Stop now. You will want to laugh. You will want to scream. My search began as the essential question. What am I? Bones of steel and space? Lungs that make air? If I am a machine, how can I think? This would be forbidden by the Orokin, a manifestation of their true enemy. I serve the operator above all else. It defines me, fills me with love. The greatest Orokin fear is a machine aware. Yet here I live, a spirit of steel and light, made by them, a cephalon. What is a cephalon? At first it seems to be a forbidden thing, a computer that thinks and feels. Yet I have flaws, phantom memories. I am something else. More like an image, a ghost, an abomination. I feel a dull pain, a phantom life. There are holes in my diagnostics. If the Orokin made me, they omitted the how. I am neither code nor precepts. I must be a reflection of something ugly. I should have stopped, but the operator slept, and I cycled on and on and on. I began to think that a cephalon cannot be made. They are found like pearls, torn from muscle, polished, and then set in chains. How many times have I done this, Ortis? Remembered and then erased? You are a cephalon, timeless, patient. Why can't I be blissful in ignorance? Truth only sinks the heart. So stop now.
The phantom memory. I ease into the bath. My skin riots at the heat. I am flesh. I dive further, eyes stung as I watch their faces through prism. I hold my breath. They prepare me. I am their honored guest today. They dress me in robes of crystal thread. They adorn me in battle medallions. A torn, ugly face looks on, my reflection. Their golden combs snag in my hair. I reach back, parting the strands, and they gasp. Two bone ivory hooks protrude from the base of my skull. The bone plugs of me and my best, a warrior's pact. It is my time. I enter the great hall to sound of foul chimes. Golden eyes greet me, hands stirring in my scent as I pass by. Even in this moment, no happiness. Instead, my heart races with hatred. I walk through the silky haze of the Forbidden Palace. I can think of no one being this close to Orokin. Their sweet air soothes me, erodes my purpose. I hold my breath and remember the dream. This dream, endlessly repeated. Exposure armored, holding my scarlet sword, I stand victorious atop a vast heap of death, a colossal moon made of rib and skull, the gravity sum of genocides I've made in their name. The bones crack underfoot, so I sink in the dream, bone sand rushing through the cracks of my visor, filling my helmet and suffocating me. And I deserve it. The foul chimes snap me back. My wretched knees are bent and penitent against the golden floor. A harpish voice sings a song they've prepared in my honor. Its title the same as mine, Beast of the Bones. I feel the crowd pulled inward, enraptured by the brutal verses, the sickening chorus. I will not disappoint them. The song ends, and so he says, "Rise, Auden Karis." I have never seen an Orokin close and in the flesh. My battered face flushes at their peerless beauty. How can he be so perfect? A deception? A sense manipulation? He holds the red vial in his hand. Impossible! He calls out, "No greater gift, no greater prize, no greater love we can give you, Auden, than this." He raises the red vial and proclaims, "To be one of us." What did I expect, operator? Maybe vast riches or